ball club today, with Crochet on the mound here at Fenway Park after a tough game last night. They're on a 5-game losing streak. I think they've lost 7 in a row on the road. And from what I hear is Will Venable challenged that young group in there to go out there and see what they can do against Crochet. And that's how you have to go about it. You have to put fear aside. You have to go out there and play free. And if you have any fear at all, you're not going to have any success against elite arms.
And we say to the White Sox, good luck, because obviously it's going to be a tall task. We'll appreciate the time. Enjoy the view all day long and all weekend long. And thanks for taking some time to chat.
Yeah, of course. Thanks, JoJo.
All right, that is Will Middlebrooks, the guy that has the call today alongside him. Will Fleming, he's coming up next in our pregame coverage. His sit-down with Red Sox manager Alex Cora, which is presented by your New England Ford dealers, as we continue to get you set here. Red Sox versus White Sox. Garrett Crochet on the bump for Boston here in Game 2 of this 4-game set. I'm Joe Wild. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
When it's time to scale your business, it's time for Shopify. Get everything you need to grow the way you want. Like, all the way. Stack more sales with the best converting checkout on the planet. Track your cha-chings from every channel, right in one spot. And turn real-time reporting into big-time opportunities. Take your business to a whole new level. Switch to Shopify. Start your free trial today.
We're in Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
We got chicken fingers, crinkle-cut fries, Texas toast, and their world-famous cane sauce. We'll shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino. Download it.
Sometimes, when life brings you change, you also have to change your health coverage. Like when you're having a baby, or getting married, or turning 26 and aging off your parents' plan, or even when you're no longer covered by insurance you had through your job. At HealthSource RI, we can help you change coverage to keep up with these life changes and others. Learn about all the life events and changes that may qualify you for health coverage at healthsourceri.com.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the Dress Collar Polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle-resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Catchy tune, right? But don't let the urge to sing along distract you from the truck drifting towards your lane or that lane-splitting biker creeping up beside you. Fortunately, every Hyundai offers advanced safety features that can alert you to potential dangers around you. And Hyundai has over 120 IIHS top safety awards since 2006. Because Hyundai is always working to ensure the road doesn't... Hyundai vehicles have won over 120 IIHS top safety awards from 2006 to 2024.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. This year's celebration includes a family day with arts, crafts, and a movie, a night of poetry and art, and more, all hosted by the Free Library and inspired by The Upcycled Self and its powerful themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story, a discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Schedule an info at freelibrary.org/onebook, freelibrary.org/onebook.
Homes.com has collaboration tools to help home shoppers search, share, and discuss home shopping with family, friends, and their agent directly through the site. Though it was fun to get that email from your husband about that 3-bedroom in the hills, to which you replied via text that you would never live in the hills and you'd like to find a 3-bedroom closer to the beach. To which he replied, "Why are you so uncompromising?" A fun way to spend an afternoon, but we think it's just a tad bit easier our way. Homes.com. Ding dong. We've done your homework.
It's Alex Cora. Here's the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Alex Cora has to like the direction his team is trending. They have won 3 consecutive games, and now they look for a win here in Game 2 of a 4-game set between the Red Sox, his team, and the White Sox, with Garrett Crochet on the bump. I'm Joe Wild. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. And before every game, we interview Red Sox manager Alex Cora. And Alex Cora on WEEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Hurry in to get employee pricing on the full lineup of vehicles. Ford, from America, for America. And here is the Red Sox manager with our very own Will Fleming.
Game 2 with the Chicago White Sox with the manager Alex Cora. That was one of those nights at Fenway. That's how it's supposed to be. You had to really enjoy yourself last night.
Yeah, we did a good job. Put pressure on them early on against a good pitcher, and then we add on late in the game. And, we expect our offense to be better. We haven't produced the way we're supposed to, but little by little, you see trends of a lot of positives, and hopefully we can continue building off that today.
That had happened for a week now. Some better at-bats, better approaches, better takes. Did it help to see Martin for the second time, and do you think that can carry over today to see Smith again?
I mean, it helps, but at the end of the day, they're really good at what they do on the mound, right? So we took advantage of certain mistakes that Martin made yesterday. We hit the ball in the air, and we had fun with it. But the guy today, he's really good. He has a good changeup, a hard one. He's been so far so good, right? He's been solid throughout the season, but yeah, it's good that we saw him, so hopefully we can execute today.
Trevor's on one of those heaters. We've seen it before. It's so fun to watch him sort of exhale and be himself again. You talk about how you just sort of took the swing thought process out of his mind. What went into that, and what specifically did you say to him about just kind of being an athlete?
Just be on the fastball and let it go, let it eat, and he'll put himself in a spot that he's going to be able to hunt fastballs, and if something soft hangs in the zone, he's going to put good swings on it. The way we're structured, lineup-wise, we got some guys that they can slow down things. Alex, Casas, Willier, they can take pitches, go deep into counts. Campbell too, and in certain areas we can be more aggressive. It's like Rafi and Jaron, do your thing. Trevor, do your thing, and the other guys, they can take the at bat for the team. So it's a good setup, I think. Lineup-wise, he's hitting fourth today. Just wanted to separate Willier from the top 2 lefties, and I think this is a good way to do it.
We sat here last August as you guys continued to sort of struggle in this ballpark, and you said, I was thinking about it. We need more right-handed power hitters to hit the ball over that wall out there. I guess you were right about that, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good ballpark for left-handed hitters. Don't get me wrong, right? You hit the ball the other way, you're going to get doubles. But you know what happens when righties hit it that way? They go over the monster. And, last year we had a lot of lefties. We only had T.O., right? But having Trevor healthy, having Casey in the lineup, Sedan can do that too. And obviously Alex, it's more balanced. we have more options now, and I think we can score more runs here at Fenway.
How about Cedon? I mean, that was sort of a typical swing for him. I mean, it was a pretty good pitch down and in. He sort of contorts his body, bad ball swing, and he launches it. What were you thinking there watching him get that big swing?
I think the first one was better. You know, the ball he drove to right center, so he puts you in a good spot on the fastball, and then something soft in the zone. You can stay back or be out in front and hit it over the monster. But that was a good sign. The first pitch he drove to right center, and if he can do that, he'll be fine.
Somebody put it out on Twitter, the comparison of the bat path of Cedon last night to Eduardo Nunez in Game 1 of the World Series. And I went back and watched that video. You know, they bring in Alex Wood, you pinch hit Nuni in that spot. What do you remember about the jolt that swing gave you and having the guts to make that move to pinch hit for Rafi and having it pay off?
No, it wasn't guts. It was preparation. And before the game, that was the game plan. We were going to hit for Rafi against any lefty in that bullpen because we didn't like the matchup. And we knew we had Eduardo. So Rafi was 1-for-1 with a walk against Kershaw. We loved that matchup, but we didn't like it against Wood. We didn't like it against Alexander. So we just went with the plan, and he executed. You know, he got a pitch down in his zone and hit it out, and it felt like from that point on, you know, the World Series, it was ours. You know, like we actually kind of like something we planned before. We executed, and we took off.
Carlos Narvaez hits his first big league home run. Again, though, he's had some better swings the other way. He came out early, took some swings, was working on a lot of stuff. How proud are you of a guy who's willing to put in extra time and have it pay off?
No, they all do. And sometimes he's on the field, sometimes he's in the cages. But, you know, Pete recognized something with his swing, trying to clean up a few things, be more direct to the ball and on time. And hit the ball to right center, to right field down the line. That's a good sign. I always said that when you hit the fastball the other way, the other stuff, you're gonna take care of it. And he did. He got a pitch soft in the zone, hit it hard. But the best part of all this is what he's doing behind the plate. You know, I think his numbers are showing that defensively he's one of the best in the league. He calls the game a little bit different than Connor and Blake, but in a good way. You know, I really like what I've seen, you know, and the kid is doing an amazing job.
Well, certainly Hunter Dobbins did an amazing job. He looks totally unimpressed with the big leagues. You got to love his competitive fight.
Yeah, and like you said yesterday, you know, he was going to bring the offense, and he did, you know. No, but good fastball, good off-speed pitches, not afraid to pitch inside, which is great. Kept it on balance, and he gave us 6 again, and that was huge.
Liam is back. What have you heard on the reports, and how will you use him as you ease him back in?
In the game will dictate how we use him, and obviously usage of the other guys, but just happy to have him here. That's the most important thing. The fastball he's playing, the off-speed stuff, he feels like he's getting there. I think the third deck and obviously Fenway and the whole emotion of being a big leaguer is going to come into play, and the 95s are going to turn into 97. So just happy for him, and I think he's going to contribute.
Well, we know Garrett Crochet is going to contribute. He's done it so many times early in this season. He's already stepped up. He was great against his former team last time. What are you looking for today?
Well, like I said a few weeks ago, and I said it again, you know, those guys, they stop losing streaks and they keep the winning streak going. So having him on the mound tonight is huge for us. You know, we expect him to go deep into the game and dominate. That's the bottom line.
Last one for you, Alex. Such a weird weekend, a wonderful weekend. I mean, it's a special thing to be a part of Patriots Day and all the things that come with it. But 7 p.m., 4 p.m., 1:30, 11 a.m. How do you map out trying to protect guys with all these different start times?
Yeah, you talk to them and you explain them that, yeah, you feel fresh, but this is different, you know. And, you know, some of them are going to play 3 out of 4. Others are going to play the 4 games. You know, I think the last game against Seattle is a day game too. So, you know, we'll see how he goes. But taking care of Trevor is important, you know. So most likely he won't play tomorrow regardless of what happens today. And just let him know. Get your rest. Be ready. Tomorrow is going to be a short day as far as, like, work on the field. On Monday, obviously, show and go. And then we'll get back to the regular schedule on Tuesday.
Thanks so much. Good luck, Alex.
Thank you, Will.
All right, that was the Red Sox manager Alex Cora with our very own Will Fleming. And, of course, we are only 2 days away from the Boston Marathon. So the Sox will wear their yellow alternate jerseys again today. They're 36-14 overall when wearing them. They are also 21-11 since the start of 2023. They rocked them for the first time yesterday and picked up the victory 10-3 against the White Sox. Now looking for a win here in Game 2 of this 4-game set. It's time now for today's starting lineups, brought to you by Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Here's the 9 for the White Sox. Again, they're rolling out 8 right-handed hitters against the left-hander Garrett Crochet. It's Chase Mydroth to lead things off. He is the second baseman. Luis Robert Jr. bats second. He is the center fielder. Lenin Sosa bats third. He's at first. Andrew Benintendi, old friend Andrew Benintendi. He is the cleanup man, only left-handed hitter in the lineup for the White Sox, and he's playing in left. Andrew Vaughn bats fifth. He is the designated hitter, batting sixth. Miguel Vargas, he's at third base. 7, 8, 9 looking like this. Edgar Caro is the catcher. Michael A. Taylor is out in right. Jacob Amaya is the shortstop. And here is the 9 for the Red Sox. Jarren Duran, he leads things off. He's out in left field, still looking to break out, only hitting .233 on the season. He's got a sub-300 on-base percentage as well. Slugging percentage is at .337. He does have hits in 5 straight games, but all one-hit games. He's 5 for 21 in that span. So we'll see if he gets it going here against the White Sox in this second game of a 4-game set. Rafael Devers, he bats second. He is the DH. Alex Bregman in the 3 spot. He's at third. Trevor Story, you just heard Alex Cora just talk about it there. He will get the day off tomorrow, but back in the lineup today after the 2-homer game yesterday, and he is the shortstop hitting cleanup. Batting fifth, Wilyer Abreu. He's out in right. Batting sixth, Christian Campbell. He's at second base. And then 7, 8, 9 looks like this for the Red Sox. Tristan Casas back in the lineup. He's at first. Carlos Narvaez, who hit his first career home run yesterday, he's the catcher. And then it's Cedon Rafaela rounding out the 9. He's in center field. You can watch the Red Sox pregame show on Twitch. Just follow WEEI. A little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. When we come back, we'll get you the lock of the game presented by Interlock Roofing. We'll also get you a quick Subaru of New England scoreboard update as well. Red Sox versus White Sox. First pitch coming up in about 25 minutes. I'm Joe Wild. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino. Download it.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. This year's celebration includes a family day with arts, crafts, and a movie, a night of poetry and art, and more. All hosted by the Free Library and inspired by The Upcycled Self and its powerful themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story? A discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Schedule and info at freelibrary.org/onebook. freelibrary.org/onebook.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Catchy tune, right? But don't let the urge to sing along distract you from the truck drifting towards your lane or that lane-splitting biker creeping up beside you. Fortunately, every Hyundai offers advanced safety features that can alert you to potential dangers around you. And Hyundai has over 120 IIHS top safety awards since 2006. Because Hyundai is always working to ensure the road doesn't... Hyundai vehicles have won over 120 IIHS top safety awards from 2006 to 2024.
Homes.com has collaboration tools to help home shoppers search, share, and discuss home shopping with family, friends, and their agent directly through the site. Though it was fun to get that email from your husband about that 3-bedroom in the hills, to which you replied via text that you would never live in the hills and you'd like to find a 3-bedroom closer to the beach. To which he replied, "Why are you so uncompromising?" A fun way to spend an afternoon, but we think it's just a tad bit easier our way. Homes.com. Ding dong. We've done your homework.
Es tiempo de aprovechar los deals de primavera en Lowe's. Obtén una batería Toro de 60 voltios gratis al comprar una podadora eléctrica Selecta Toro de 60 voltios. Además, compra 3 plantas Bunny de hierbas y vegetales de 19.3 onzas por solo $10. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 4/23, selección varía por lugar, hasta agotar existencias. Descuento aplica al momento de la compra. Tamaño actual y selección de las plantas varían por lugar. Excluye las que Hawaii.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Has this sunk in? Will it take being out of mind to really resonate with you? Yeah, I think probably getting out there. Actually, probably with the phone call. The phone call getting going because it's not a walkie-talkie like it is in spring or anything like that. And, 680 days later.
680 days later, Liam Hendriks is back in the big leagues. The Red Sox activated the 3-time All-Star off the injured list today. Of course, the Red Sox signed him coming off Tommy John surgery, and then he started the year on the IL with elbow inflammation. But now he is on the active roster, ready to go here, and we'll see if he's utilized today against the White Sox. I'm Joe Wild. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Let's get you the lock of the game presented by Interlock Roofing. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. And if it ain't broke, why fix it? So I'm going with Garrett Crochet striking out at least a batter per inning again today. He said that last time against the White Sox. It worked out. Struck out 11 in 7 1/3 innings. So I'm going with that as my lock of the day. At least a strikeout per inning for Crochet. I think he'll have at least 8 today against the White Sox. Time now for the Subaru of New England scoreboard update. There's a lot to love about the trusted 2025 Subaru Forester. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Looking at the division, 1 game in progress. Blue Jays ahead of the Mariners 1-0. That's in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Coming up at 4:05, Baltimore at home against Cincinnati, who has Hunter Green on the hill. He's been awesome. And then the Yankees and the Rays go head-to-head at 4:10 at George M. Steinbrenner Field. Carlos Carrasco against Shane Baz in that contest. You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Want to thank David Azer. Great work behind the glass. I'm Joe Weil. Hang tight. Red Sox versus White Sox coming up next with Will Fleming and Will Middlebrooks on the call right here on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino.
Download it.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. This year's celebration includes a family day with arts, crafts, and a movie, a night of poetry and art, and more. All hosted by the Free Library and inspired by The Upcycled Self and its powerful themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story? A discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Schedule and info at freelibrary.org/onebook. freelibrary.org/onebook.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle-resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Catchy tune, right? But don't let the urge to sing along distract you from the truck drifting towards your lane or that lane-splitting biker creeping up beside you. Fortunately, every Hyundai offers advanced safety features that can alert you to potential dangers around you. And Hyundai has over 120 IIHS top safety awards since 2006. Because Hyundai is always working to ensure the road doesn't... Hyundai vehicles have won over 120 IIHS top safety awards from 2006 to 2024.
Homes.com has collaboration tools to help home shoppers search, share, and discuss home shopping with family, friends, and their agent directly through the site. Though it was fun to get that email from your husband about that 3-bedroom in the hills, to which you replied via text that you would never live in the hills and you'd like to find a 3-bedroom closer to the beach. To which he replied, "Why are you so uncompromising?" A fun way to spend an afternoon, but we think it's just a tad bit easier our way. Homes.com. Ding dong. We've done your homework.
This is Red Sox baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And the left field, adios. Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, strike three, it's over. And the Red Sox win on a wall double by Devers. Jump on his back, fellas, the Red Sox win.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella. Here for good.
Devers is homered in 5 straight.
Buy Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks. Official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Strike three and no-hitter. 23-year-old Clay Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Duran will score.
Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back. Grand slam.
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. C&S Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone. Into the bullpen.
Brought to you by FindMassMoney.gov. The Department of Veteran Affairs. Hackman Wealth Partners. Boston's premier retirement planning specialist. Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Battle won by House.
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth.
Here's the throw. Roberts dives, and he is safe.
And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on.
Goodbye, Christian Campbell.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Will Middlebrooks.
On a hot and summery Saturday afternoon at Fenway Park, we welcome you to Game 2 of a 4-game series between the Boston Red Sox and the woe-begone Chicago White Sox. Last night, the Sox blasted off. They won their third straight game. They've picked up 4 of their last 5. They come in a game over 500. Meantime, the White Sox are back at it. They've lost 15 of their 19 ball games and setting yet another historically awful pace to begin the season. It will not get easier today for the Chicago club because Garrett Crochet will be on the mound for the Red Sox, making his 5th start, and all he did in his last time was take a no-hitter into the 8th inning. Shane Smith, who's been very impressive, takes the mound for the White Sox, one of their very few bright spots. In just a moment, we're going to honor Cam Boozer, who is the winner of the Tony Conigliaro Award. Such a cool story last year for the Red Sox, but quickly, Will, it feels like it's all set up today for the Red Sox.
It does. I mean, we finally got that first warm day of the year. It's 80 degrees. The ball's flying out of here. You got your pig on the mound and Garrett Crochet. And look, the White Sox have nothing to lose. They feel like they're playing with house money. They've been challenged by their manager to see what they can do against Garrett Crochet. And
good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck.
Interesting day to issue a challenge. All right, here we go. Let's pick up the Tony C. Award with Cam Boozer.
Overcome adversity through the attributes of spirit, determination, and courage. Traits that were embodied by the former Red Sox outfielder during a career that was tragically shortened by a beanball in 1967. This year's honoree retired from professional baseball in 2017 at just 25 years old after battling through alcohol abuse and several injuries, including a broken femur and broken vertebrae in high school, Tommy John surgery in college, and a broken back sustained after being hit by a car while recovering from a torn labrum in the minor leagues. Following his retirement, he joined a carpenters union and worked in construction. While coaching at a baseball training facility in 2020, he began an improbable comeback that led him to the Red Sox organization in 2023. And on April 19th last year at age 31, he made his big league debut, recording the final 3 outs of an 8-1 Red Sox win. He also allowed 0 runs in 15 consecutive games, Boston's longest scoreless streak in 2024. Now a pitcher for the White Sox, won't you please give a warm welcome to the 2024 Tony Conigliaro Award winner, Cam Boozer. Here to present the award are Tony's brother Richie and nephew Tony. Congratulations, Cam. Your story is an inspiration to all baseball fans.
That's just such a neat thing, Will. The Red Sox do this kind of thing so well, and all of us were moved by Cam. the real truth is he was a big part of the Red Sox bullpen. It went from being like the embodiment of the movie The Rookie in real life on the field to Cam being a legitimate big league player.
Yeah, absolutely. His story's great, right? Everything behind it, and his the video coming out this year from the Netflix series of him getting the call while he was in AAA and just being in disbelief. It was amazing.
I mean, at the end of the day, Will, that's what this game is. It's a game played by human beings, and it's the brightest stages. There's very little margin for error. People expect excellence at all times, but just beneath the surface, it's about the lives of these people, the journeys they've all taken.
Yeah, and I think the Red Sox organization does a really good job of highlighting those stories because so many special ones have come through here, and it's important that we slow down sometimes and kind of taking the aerial view of how important some of these stories are.
There's no question about that. The National Anthem brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com, where you'll find stable, sustaining, skilled trades careers helping bring the next generation of U.S. Navy submarines to life. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
Here to perform the anthem today are current members and alumni of the oldest collegiate chorus in the United States. Please welcome the Harvard Glee Club.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran amongst bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
That was pretty awesome. While he's got the City Connect uni off, he takes his hat off and salutes the Harvard Glee Club. And it is a Boston day and a Boston weekend. It's hard to not feel a little tingle today as the Red Sox, winners of 3 straight, stick with the yellow jerseys. It's hot. It's even a little muggy here, Will. And look, it felt like this a little bit opening day. Certainly the Red Sox were off to a roaring start last night. There's something happening in this ballpark with this team. I know it's early, but this is how it's supposed to feel, and you do get this sense from this team that they're ready to take off and run and really embrace the energy of this place.
Yeah, I think that's spot on, Willie, and they'll have their hands full today. Shane Smith threw the ball really well against them there in Chicago. It wasn't that long ago, which is nice when it's fresh on your mind and you can make those adjustments, but the ball should be flying today. Should be a lot of fun to watch this offense go to work.
Garrett Crochet is on the mound for the Sox. The umpires march down. The injury report is brought to you by Catchis Law Group, champions for the injured, with more than $3 billion recovered for New Englanders. Well, after the great start yesterday, Hunter Dobbins goes back down to the minor leagues because Liam Hendricks, Will, is active, and what a long road it's been. June of 2023, the last time he threw a pitch in the major leagues. I don't know that the Red Sox have huge expectations for him. The stuff is not yet major league sharp, but it's still a real story of triumph that he made it all the way back.
You know, it is a great story, and I think Boston, if Hendricks is able to somewhat rekindle who he was, the city's going to fall in love with the fire that he is, what he brings to the mound, the intensity, and he's still got a lot left in the tank, I think. And he was saying after he had that last cortisone shot, he's been feeling a lot better. The ball's coming out a little better than it was.
You know, Will, he is another example in the same way that we talk about Roman Anthony and Marcelo Meyer and some of these guys, where he comes up in a position where it would have been almost unfathomable a year ago, where the Red Sox don't need him to be the closer. They don't need him to be the setup guy. They don't really right now need him to be a high-leverage reliever because of the great stuff they've gotten from Weissert and Slayton and Chapman and Whitlock and so many others. We are seeing these trickle-down effects of a really deep roster.
Yeah, and you wonder, since he's always pitched at a high level on the back end of the bullpen, will that affect him coming into the game in the 6th or 7th inning rather than the 9th inning? So that'll be a role he'll have to get used to.
My just initial instinct on that is because it's been so long since he's on a big league mound, I think the adrenaline of it, no matter what, should take over.
Yeah, and if you have children, it's time to get the earmuffs out because he is a screamer out there.
He and Rich Hill lead the league in 4-letter words on the mound, which is amazing since they're both so soft-spoken off of it. Two totally different people. All right, Will, the Red Sox are going to run it back in large part, although they get the righty on the mound in Shane Smith, so it's a good day to get Casas and Abreu and everybody, the lefties, back in there. How about today's starting lineups?
So starting lineups brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Starting off for the Chicago White Sox, Chase Mydroth playing second base. Luis Robert back in the lineup after a day off. He'll be in center. Lenine Sosa will be at first base. Andrew Benintendi in left. Andrew Vaughn will be the DH. Miguel Vargas at third base. Edgar Caro, the rookie, just made his debut. He'll be catching. Michael A. Taylor in right. Jacob Amaya at short. For the Boston Red Sox, leading off Jaron Duran. He'll be in left. Rafael Devers, the DH. Alex Bregman manning third base with Trevor Story at short. William Abreu in right. Christian Campbell at second. Tristan Casas at first base. Carlos Narvaez doing the catching. And Cedar Rafaela patrolling center field.
Well, it's been a long time, really, since Chris Sale, Will, that the Red Sox have had a bona fide ace. They have one. It's Garrett Crochet. He's about to take the field here with the Red Sox. And, you know, this is the second time he'll pitch in front of these fans. It becomes a real theater when you have an ace, whether it's Roger or Pedro or Josh Beckett or Kurt Schilling or Sale. These fans in this ballpark, they are here before the game. They love the walk from the pitcher out to the home bullpen, and they wait for this guy to take the field. He's just about to do it. He's pacing up and down in the Red Sox dugout, and I think it's always a special moment when these fans get to welcome an ace to the mound.
Absolutely, because you know what? It means those are the games we want to go watch because there's a good chance the good guys win a ball game when your ace is on the mound. You hold the other team to just run, maybe less, as we've seen from him, and let your offense go to work.
Everybody's standing in the dugout. Jason Varitek on the staircase just near the home plate side. He'll take a seat. Alex Cora waits with him as Tristan Casas stands by, ready to rock with some sunflower seeds. Crochet is still doing whatever he needs to do down in the home clubhouse. He'll emerge in just a moment. The Speed Report is brought to you by Verizon. Get to your local Verizon store today to check out the latest deals. Carlos Narvaez is pacing up and down in the gray gear. The Red Sox in the city connects again. There's 36 and 14 in those. And here we go with Garrett Crochet. Big, tall left-hander struts across the first base line, and it's just a security blanket unlike anything else in baseball. To have a guy like this, Will, he's been pretty candid about it. He doesn't think he's had his best stuff yet, although he dominated these White Sox his last time. I think in the warm conditions here, he's made some tweaks. I expect him to attack. And how could you not expect him to be great here today?
You know, and looking at his stuff, it's impressive that he's an ace and he has the numbers and swing and miss numbers that he has when he really just throws three variations of a fastball. The four-seamer, a cutting fastball, and he's added that sinker, which I think is a really important part for him because now you have to worry about the whole other side of the plate, not just in for the right-handed batters.
Well, you were asking me if I'd like Soundgarden before the game. Apparently Garrett Crochet does, since he warms up to it on the mound.
Good sign. I was firing that out on my phone earlier. All right. We were blasting some Creed up here as well. Can't let that go unnoticed.
No, we can't. I should have played that for you just a couple minutes before the game. Crochet is that rare animal where he's so calm looking on the outside, but a fiery competitor. He looks totally composed on the mound. His first chance to wear the yellow and blue kits. I expect if the Red Sox win today, they'll wear them again tomorrow before wearing the Boston Strong jerseys on Monday. Home plate umpire today is Clint Vondrack. Dan Bellino, the crew chief, is at first. Phil Cuzzy is at second with Tony Randazzo at third. Almost sweating here on a Fenway Saturday afternoon.
I got a lather going. It's good.
You do that in the 50s. Here comes Chase Mydroth. It is a different feel here today at Fenway. The temperatures, the man on the mound, and all the expectation of Marathon Weekend. So here we go. Garrett Crochet for the 5th time in a Red Sox uniform is ready. And here's the man who broke up his no-hitter, Chase Mydroth. Not this time, not this pitch. First pitch, fastball, 95 miles an hour. And we're underway. 4:13 p.m. 0-1 is a little bit outside. 83 degrees.
It's 83?
83. What? On April the 19th, we will take it. 1-1 to Mydroth. The pitch is a swing and a miss at a fastball, 96, and it's 1-2. When Mydroth got the hit, I love this from Crochet. After the inning was over, he got taken out. Carlos Narvaez came into the dugout, and Garrett apologized to him. The 1-2 is inside, almost hit him. Look out, a fastball, 2-2, because Narvaez wanted the fastball. Garrett shook to the cutter. He threw it to Mydroth, and a little seeing-eye grounder into the outfield. Here's the 2-2. It is chopped softly toward third. Very tough play for Bregman. Barehand throws to first. In time. What a pick by Casas. And there's one away.
What? Start the day like that? I mean, wow. Look, I'll tell you, from playing third base, you get that swing and bunt. You got to go on a dead sprint. Bregman does. You can always have the option to glove it for security, but with Mydroth, who runs well, he goes for the bare hand, and then Casas on the other end. What a sick pick down low.
Baseball's just crazy. The two of them linked together in the trade, Mydroth and Crochet. Here is Luis Robert. Had the day off yesterday. The pitch is inside. Just off to a terrible start, $136. He has a homer and 4 driven in. Of course, he hit that homer against the Red Sox, and Zach Kelly. 1-0 pitch is on the ground to third. Hot shot right at Bregman. He's got it. He throws to first in time. And there's 2 away. Time and temperature brought to you by Hatfield Marinated Pork. Elevate your grilling game with Hatfield Marinated Pork. This is much more contact early than the White Sox had last time.
Well, you know they're going to be aggressive early. Yesterday, in the little bit of success they had were on first pitches. Benintendi homer was on a first pitch breaking ball. Dobbins gave up a big double.
Here's Lenine Sosa, right-handed hitter. He pops it up on the right side. Casas into the outfield. He'll yield to Campbell, and Christian is there to make the play. A 9-pitch first inning for Crochet. A little bit of a mini oink. Red Sox will come to bat with Duran, Devers, and Bregman. No score after half an inning. On the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
1, 2, 3, 4. Those are numbers. But you already knew that. If you want to know what number you're going to pay each month for your car, use Kelley Blue Book My Wallet on Auto Trader. They're really good at numbers. Auto Trader.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino. Download it.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. This year's celebration includes a family day with arts, crafts, and a movie, a night of poetry and art, and more, all hosted by the Free Library and inspired by The Upcycled Self and its powerful themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story, a discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Schedule an info at freelibrary.org/onebook, freelibrary.org/onebook.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Jarren Duran struts into the left-handed batter's box. He looks very confident facing Shane Smith, the Red Sox batting for the first time. It'll be Duran, Devers, and Bregman in the Herb Chambers batting order. Pitch to Jarren is swung on and missed. A fastball by the very impressive Shane Smith. He was good against the Sox 5 days ago until Trevor Story got him. 0-1 to Duran. Pitch. Jarren fouls it back. He probably chased a fastball too high out of the zone. It's 0-2.
I would say the hometown kid pretty excited to pitch against the Boston Red Sox. 97, 98 his first two pitches. He's averaged 94 on his fastball this year, so the adrenaline's up. He's got about 300 people in the stands.
From Danvers, they're all here today. 0-2. Black jersey, black glove. The 0-2 is a little outside. We saw this from him on the south side of Chicago. He alters his delivery. There's a little Johnny Cueto to him.
Almost a quick pitch.
1-2 to Duran. 233 with a homer. Here's the pitch. Jarren takes off the front foot. He's hit by a pitch with a curveball.
Thank you.
Head 0-2, and he loses him. So the leadoff man aboard, and here comes Devers. Can you imagine what's going on in Shane Smith's brain right now?
I mean, just standing on that mound and looking up at just Fenway Park around you when you grew up going to games here, grew up in the stands rooting on the Red Sox, and now you're wearing a different uniform pitching against that team, looking at all this around you. It's got to be pretty special.
They've lost all three of his starts, but he's pitched great. Here is Raffy. The pitch is outside with a fastball. Raffy 3 for his last 23 with 8 strikeouts. He did hit a ball hard last night into the triangle. Smith, 17 2/3 innings, a 2.04 ERA. Duran not much of a lead at first. 1-0 to Raffy. Here's the pitch, and it is a strike on the outside corner. Curveball, and it's 1-1. You think that Devers might be hunting the changeup today?
I think so. That's the pitch that's been so successful for Smith so far in his first 3 starts this season. It's called a kick change. It's a new pitch. It's harder. It's about 90 miles an hour. Just a little bit of down action to it.
1-1 to Raffy. Here's the pitch, and it is on the ground, a double play ball to short. Flip to Mydroth for 1, over to first, not in time. Bad turn there by the White Sox. Mydroth really did not do that well to get it out of his glove, but really Amaya was the guy who lollipopped it to the bag, and so Raffy stays out of the double play, and here is Alex Bregman.
So Amaya was playing all the way in the 4-hole, and he had to go a long ways to get there for that, so the timing is really weird on that play. Mydroth was playing all the way in the 4-hole.
As they do so often now against these left-handed hitters. Here is Bregman. We expected him to go deep yesterday. He walked twice. The pitch is just outside, a slider. And it is 1-0. Sosa at first, Mydroth at second, Amaya the shortstop with Vargas at third. Robert back in center with Taylor in right and Benny in left. 1-0 to Bregman. The pitch inside with a curveball and miss. 2-0. This is a dangerous count for Smith against Bregman.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting watching the last start against the Red Sox. Smith he's only thrown 4 sinkers, 4 two-seamers all year, and threw them all to Bregman.
2-0. Here's the pitch, and it is a strike. And Bregman hammers two-seam fastballs.
It's like 500 against him. I asked him today, I'm like, dude, am I going crazy, or were you the only guy he's thrown sinkers to? He's like, I have no idea where that came from and have no clue why he did it.
He's gone slider, curveball, slider here. It's 2-1. No score in the first. The pitch is pop foul. Straight back and out of play. Off the facade here over one of the championship flags. And it stays 2-2. If anything, the wind is blowing in from left here today. Bregman waits. 2-2. Devers over at first. They play him actually the other way in the outfield a touch. Smith sets the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. You can hear the Shane Smith cheering section from here.
Yeah, he's throwing gas, too. All the fastballs been 97, 98, which we've seen 94 to 96 the rest of the season so far in his other 3 starts. He is fired up today.
This guy has such an interesting story. Went to Wake Forest, missed 2 years with Tommy John and then the pandemic. Here is the red-hot Trevor Story. The pitch. Hit him. Wow. That's a curveball. No intent there, but still, you hate to see it. It hit him on the elbow guard, so Trevor's okay. 2 on with 2 out.
That's one way to keep him in the ballpark, I guess. Like you said, it was a curveball. There was no intent there. Trying to get ahead of the curveball. That one just slipped out of his hand.
So now it's up to Wilyer Abreu. Had the day off yesterday. 3 for his last 18 with 8 strikeouts. He carried the team in the first week of the year. Time to sort of break out. The quality of the Red Sox at-bats is really taking a turn in a positive direction. 2 on, 2 out for Wilyer. Raffy at second, Story at first. The pitch is a perfect fastball. Outside corner, and it's 0-1. Overall, Wilyer 306, 3 homers and 12 driven in. 4th best on base average in the league, 427. 0-1. Smith throws, and Wilyer takes low. A bit of an overthrown fastball. Could have been a strike at the bottom of the zone. Called a ball, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, trying to go away from Wilyer with the fastball there, yanked it in. Catcher had to almost dive for it at 98 just to get a glove on it.
1-1. Here's the pitch. And a strike on the outside corner. Change up. 92 miles an hour. Smith is amped up. You can understand that. And it's 1-2. The Arbella Insurance Foundation dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Every strikeout from a Sox pitcher during the year, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. So great to see Lisa Schwarber from the Jimmy Fund before the game today. 1-2 to Willie. The pitch is lined high in the air into left field. Running in on it is Benintendi. He's there to make the play. Really more of a pop-up for Wilyer. And the inning is over. The Sox leave 2. Garrett Crochet back to the mound for the 2nd inning. Scoreless on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino.
Download it.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. This year's celebration includes a family day with arts, crafts, and a movie, a night of poetry and art, and more. All hosted by the Free Library and inspired by The Upcycled Self and its powerful themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story? A discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Schedule and info at freelibrary.org/onebook. freelibrary.org/onebook.
Hey, it's Garrett Crochet from the Boston Red Sox. You're listening to WEEI, available anytime for free on the Odyssey app. That's AUDACY.
Garrett Crochet against Andrew Benintendi in the 2nd inning. The pitch to Andrew is a little bit outside, a fastball. And it is 1-0. Andrew had a long chat with Alex Cora on the field before the game. Benny, in a lot of ways, is one of Alex's very favorite players, the 1-0. Bends him out of the way with a sinking fastball, and it's 2-0. I think, Benny, obviously, after that wonderful start to his career, bulked up, tried to hit a lot of home runs. 2-0 pitch is a little outside, a fastball, and it's 3-0. And because of that 2019 season, I think he got a bad rap in Boston as somebody who maybe was a little indifferent. The 3-0 is a strike on the outside corner. Alex Cora will fight anybody who says that. He tells everybody that it's a guy who was in the fires and ready to go every day. Crochet's 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed. How's that for a cutter that drops off the table, and it's 3-2.
It's a cutter, but man, it moves like a slider at 91. A lot of side-to-side break on that pitch. He actually got away with a mistake right there.
He doesn't throw a lot of secondary pitches, Crochet. Hitters not ready for it. 3-2 to Benintendi, the pitch. He is swung on and missed. He got him 97-mile-an-hour fastball. And there is Crochet's first strikeout, brought to you by Weichert Real Estate. Well, he's rolling again. And here comes Andrew Vaughn.
By the way, that was a 3-0 count. Came all the way back from that for the strikeout. It's huge.
His pants look painted on. He takes a deep breath on the mound. Here's the pitch. Vaughn swings and misses at a 95-mile-an-hour fastball way up above the zone. And it's on 1. What do you think Crochet thinks when Vaughn chases that high out of the zone?
Probably go back to that with 2 strikes, if not sooner.
0-1 is fouled off. 96. That was a mistake from Crochet, by his standards anyway. In the middle of the plate, but fouled off 0-2.
You know, a lot of times as a hitter, you chase the first pitch, you're down 0-1, you don't swing at a strike, you think they're going to try to get you to chase again, and sometimes the pitchers try to fool you there by throwing something over the plate.
0-2 is high in the air down the right field line toward the pesky pole, slicing foul. And out of play, Abreu gave it a long look.
But I always hold my breath on those foul balls from righties on that line, because you can miss-hit a ball and end up with a homer. So many times. I mean, you can say that about multiple places. Down the line here, you can hit a pop-up, it can get out. Down the line right, you can miss-hit a ball and hit a homer.
No score, top 2, Red Sox and White Sox. 0-2, swing and a miss. He got him with a sweeper, and there are 2 away. Crochet has fanned the first 2 in this inning. Did you ever clang one off the pesky pole?
In batting practice, I never did in the game. I got close a couple times. Remember Scherzer was here throwing, he was in his prime. He was just chilling at 98, and I took one out of the catcher's mitt and fired it down the line. That was the hardest hit ball I ever had off.
A foul. Here's Miguel Vargas. He takes a little low. You know, I was thinking this before the second inning. People all over the place are going to get crazy with me for saying what I'm about to say, but it is true. As Crochet sets at the belt, into the wind, the 1-0 is a strike on the outside corner. And that is the thing about a guy like Crochet and Pedro and Sale and Spencer Strider and all these guys. Something different about an ace. The 1-1 is a little outside. You don't come to the ballpark hoping you win the game. You hope he flirts with a no-hitter. I feel that way every time he takes the mound.
That's how it should feel with an ace. That's the feeling we've lacked over the last few years.
He's just got electric stuff. The 2-1 is a little low. Please, Miguel Vargas, do not get a hit right here. I'll never live it down. I believe in none of that. So silly. 3-1. No score in the second. The pitch is outside. He walked him. Fastball.
I believe in all of that.
You do. Well, just get ready. If and when he takes that kind of a game into the late innings, we'll be talking about it. I will anyway.
Of course.
So a 2-out base runner, the first for White Sox. That'll bring up Edgar Caro, who had his first hit in his second major league game last night. Casas at first, Campbell the second baseman, Story the shortstop as Caro takes a strike. Fastball at the bottom of the zone. Bregman at third. Rafaela anchors the outfield and center. Willier in right with Duran in left. 0-1. That's a beauty. Backdoor cutter, and it's 0-2.
That's so disgusting, because you're so worried about inside the inner half of the plate as a righty, and then that one starts a foot off the plate and breaks to the corner. What are you supposed to do?
0-2. Here's the pitch. And a little blooper into shallow right field. It's down for a hit. Abreu's got it on one hop. And a throw into second base. So Caro is aboard. He's got 2 hits in his last 2 at-bats. You know, the truth is, as nasty as Crochet is, he has made some mistakes in the middle of the plate today in a way that he did not in his last start.
You know, that one I don't think was one. That's a cutter off the hands, off the plate. I don't even know if it was a strike, and it just doomed in for a little bloop. But to your point, when you're that nasty, you can kind of get away with it. I think he knows that, so doesn't have to be as precise.
2 down. Here's Michael A. Taylor. The pitch is a little bit outside. He's not as sharp as he was in his last couple. And, you know, he's been open about this. His first start on opening day and then the one against the Blue Jays, he was ticked off with himself. He just didn't think he had his A-plus stuff at all. And I think he would tell you that right here again today.
He's got behind 3 or 4 hitters so far after that really quick first inning. And then to your point, with 2 strikes, just not getting it far enough inside. leaving it too close to the plate where you can still give the hitter a chance.
Michael A. Taylor, $167 with a homer. 2 on, 2 out in the top of the second. Crochet sets up on the third base side of the rubber, and now time is called by Taylor. This Easter dinner, treat your family to a tender, delicious roast. Ribeye roast, bone in, or a boneless New York strip roast, $6.97 a pound. 2 on, 2 out. 1-0 pitch comes home. Taylor takes down and in, a fastball. 2 balls, no strikes.
Look, Taylor's been struggling, so you really be aggressive here. Throw something over the plate. You don't want to go 3-0.
Need to challenge him. Outfield shades the other way toward right, the 2-0. Swinging a foul into the mid. 97, he challenged, but also put it at the knees on the outside corner. Two and one, Caballero. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Is fouled back underneath the White Sox TV and radio booths. It's 2-2. I was watching the Yankee Rays score. We owe you a Subaru of New England scoreboard. Caballero just started a preposterous double play between his legs, but the Yankees get 2 runs in the first inning in Tampa. They won 5 in a row. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Crochet at the letters. He throws. Taylor takes strike 3 called. Cutter on the outside corner. In the end, Crochet strikes out 3 in the inning, but a walk and a hit sandwiched in between. We go to the bottom of the second inning. No score for the Red Sox. Campbell, Casas, and Narvaez after this. In the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Blackthought Trotter. And over the next 7 weeks, the Free Library is hosting a family day, movies and more, all free and all inspired by The Upcycled Self and its transformative themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story, a discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Details plus resources for younger readers at freelibrary.org/onebook. freelibrary.org/onebook.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Christian Campbell to lead it off for the Red Sox as we go to the bottom of the second inning. No score on a hot, summery Fenway day. What a weekend this is in Boston. Celtics play game 1 of their playoff series with the Magic tomorrow. Marathon Monday. Patriots Day here at the ballpark. It's just such an honor to be a part of this thing. You wore the jersey. You felt it on that end. I hope you still feel some of that adrenaline from this side.
I do. It's different. A little less stressful. A little less painful.
You don't need to get hits. Here's Christian Campbell. The pitch is a ground ball to third. Vargas has got it. Crow hopping a throw, sidearm to first. Campbell not moving that well down the line. Did he just grab at something?
I'm watching him. I'm not sure.
That's something to monitor a little bit. Brandon Henry's going to turn around and have a word with KC.
It almost looked like he grabbed his right quad or something.
I'll keep you updated on that. Here's Tristan Casas. That, to me, did not look good. One out in the second. The pitch is outside. Fastball at 96, and it's 1-0. Well, Jason Varitek is now going down into the clubhouse. Alex Cora has a word with him. 1-0, the pitch. Casas takes a fastball in for a ball, and it's 2-0. And we've said it so many times here, Will. This is the count. You'd love Casas to go crazy. Let it eat.
Yeah, I wonder if he gets a change up here or if they try to go in with the fastball.
2-0 inside. Fastball, and it's 3-0. By the way, David Hamilton just took his sweatshirt off. So I think something is really up with Christian Campbell. That is no good.
It's either right knee or quad is what it looks like, but it almost looks like he's grabbing his right knee a little
3-0 to Casas is a strike. Taken all the way, and it's 3-1. Yeah, he's massaging it right around the knee, like above the kneecap.
Oh,
did he clip a spike?
No, this bat got caught between his legs when he was running, and it smoked him. I think he's probably okay.
Well, that's good.
Whew, okay.
That's so much better than
still hurts. I've done that.
Tendons or ligaments. They got an ice pack out in the dugout to the Red Sox. 3-1. Pitch to Casas is a ball down beneath the zone, so he's aboard with one out. Bring up Carlos Narvaez. You know, Will, it's interesting. I'm no doctor. I don't even play one on TV, but this early in the season with a young player like Campbell, sort of inclined to play it safe with him.
I mean, if it's just like a little bruise like that, if it was serious, they would take him in and ice it. Not out here. That was...
Here's Narvaez. The pitch to him is a strike. Top of the zone, 0-1. Yeah, it's not the kind of injury that could get worse.
Right. That's one of those things. I've done it before. You drop the bat as you're starting to run, and it bounces off the ground and almost gets kicked around between your legs, and you seriously just smoke yourself with it. It sounds silly, but...
I would do it. The 0-1 is a check swing. He went around, and actually a called strike anyway on a slider, and it's 0-2. Third inning will be brought to you by Citgo. Whether you're crossing the state line or just crossing town, Citgo saves you money on every fill-up along the way. Red Sox hope to have a lead when we get there. 0-2 to Narvaez. Throw to first. Back in time as Casas. Carlos hit his first major league home run last night. What a cool moment. One thing that we get the benefit of seeing, being behind the curtain in the big leagues, is what happens at the end of every baseball regular season. And it's very cool. 0-2 to Carlos. Casas leading at first. The pitch is popped foul on the first base side. Tommy McLaughlin, the clubhouse manager for the Red Sox, keeps the scorecards throughout the entire season from a lot of personal, momentous accomplishments. Alex Cora will give them to the player that day, but then Tommy holds on to him. And then something very cool happens on the last day of the season. 0-2 to Narvaez. Pitch, swing and a miss. He got him, did Smith. The Danvers kid is rolling. He's got his second strikeout. And here comes Cedon. They'll all be laid out on a table in the home or visiting clubhouse. And for the big moments, whether it's a first homer for Narvaez, Hunter Dobbins' first win, first save for somebody like Cam Boozer, the entire team will sign those scorecards.
Yeah, it's really neat. You frame it, you have it in an office or your house or forever.
Here is Cedon. He swings and fouls it off. He's starting to heat up a little bit. It doesn't take him much, Rafaela. Fastball, it's off from the first base side, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, you just want his swing decisions. I'm fine with him being in swing mode as long as it's a pitch in the zone, and it's something he's hunting, not just an auto swing.
Casas at first with 2 down. 0-1 to Cedon. Shane Smith back home at Fenway Park. Sets, he throws, and Cedon is hit by the pitch on the left hand. Oh no. Right on the outside of his left hand. And he goes into a crouch. You just sort of hold your hand and hold your breath. The White Sox are thinking about looking, but no, it hit him right on the outside of the hand. And maybe sort of on that left pinky finger.
Yeah, you can see, there's a knot there. I've had that happen a couple times in my career, where fastballs run up and in, and where you really run into issues is when your hands are already moving towards the pitcher to start your swing, so you're adding more impact to that when you meet the 95+ mile an hour fastball. I've had that a couple times. I've had that bone broken a couple times. There's those little bones in there. It doesn't take much, especially when it's 95.
But you got the hamate bone that often just gets broken on like a foul ball or a missed swing. This is different. These are like the tiny little, I don't know whether they're metatarsals or whatever they are.
That's what it
they
is.
can shatter very easily on
Yes.
any pitch to the hand. Brandon Henry's had an unfortunately busy half inning here. He's moving that left hand okay, actually. He's walking down the first base line. Alex Cora is holding his helmet. And he's going to stay in the game.
Well, he's going to run the bases for sure right now. They'll see when he comes in off the field if he can grip a bat or not. That'll be the thing. Can he grip a bat to continue? Because that thing will start to swell up as time goes on. And then it gets tough to bend that hand. Broken or not, even a bad bruise right there can make it really tough to swing a baseball bat.
Isn't this game crazy? I mean, you're flying along, everything's going well, and then in the span of 2 minutes, your rookie superstar flips a bat between his feet, clanks his own knee, and then Rafaela takes a fastball off the hand.
And that's 3 hit by pitches already today by Shane Smith in 2 innings. Duran, Story, Rafaela now. 2 of them on breaking balls.
Even still, though, the Red Sox will not love that.
No.
Here's Jaron, and he takes outside. I mean, the kid's amped up, that's fine, but it is the big leagues.
Right. It's still up and in. Right. Get the ball down. That's what they'll be yelling from the dugout. That's how it used to be, at least. Hey, get the ball down.
2 on, 2 out for Duran. The pitch is swung on and fouled, a changeup. And it's 1-1.
That fastball changeup combination for Smith is really good. We've seen it now going into his 4th start. But high velocity fastball changeup that looks just like the fastball at 90 miles an hour with some downward action. He generates a lot of weak contact.
1-1 to Duran. Pitch is outside. Good take there. And it is 2-1. I promise you that the minute that ball hit Cedon's hand, a lot of people in Red Sox Nation were thinking about a kid who's tearing the world apart down at AAA. 2-1. The pitch. And swings and misses, fooled badly by a changeup, and it's 2-2.
I would love to see Duran hit something hard, pull side. He really hasn't done it a lot, and I'm fine with him staying up the middle and the other way. That's his approach, and that's what he does well. And you want to build your approach to what you do well. But I feel like over the last couple seasons, when he would get hot, he would start pulling balls hard as well.
2 on, 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Scoreless in the second. Here's the pitch. Darren takes outside. Good look there. 3-2. So the runners will get a start here on the Subaru of New England scoreboard. Yankees 3, Rays nothing. Orioles went back-to-back early in their game, but they trail the Reds 3-2.
Do not be surprised to see a 3-2 changeup here from Smith. I know he's got 98 in the tank, but he likes that changeup.
The 3-2 is popped up. Back at second base, the shortstop Amaya out. In comes Robert, and he makes the play. Duran is gone. The Red Sox strand 2, and the Red Cross is needed after that half inning. We'll check on Campbell and Rafaela when we return. No score after 2 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. This year's celebration includes a family day with arts, crafts, and a movie, a night of poetry and art, and more. All hosted by the Free Library and inspired by The Upcycled Self and its powerful themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story? A discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Schedule and info at freelibrary.org/onebook. freelibrary.org/onebook.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Top three, no score. Crochet to the mound. Jacob Amaya takes a painted cutter on the inside corner, and it is 0-1. Herb Chambers batting order in this third. Amaya, Mydroth, and Robert, brought to you by Herb Chambers Mercedes-Benz of Boston. 0-1, a little bit outside. If this is 1968, the first White Sox hitter better look out. With a guy like Crochet on the mound. After 3 hit batters, the 1-1 is high in the air into right field. Abreu has the shades on. This is a very difficult time to play right field, but he handles it, makes the catch, and they're 1 away.
Yeah, that sun sets on the third base side right there. Right fielders, I mean, the ball goes up right in it here over the next 45 minutes to an hour. It'd be a little tough.
So here now is Mydroth, who grounded to third his first time. The pitch is a little high with a cut fastball. And it's 1-0. Rivalry Report sponsored by River Spring Residences, setting a new standard for memory care in New York City. The 1-0. That's in there. But called a ball. Cutter, maybe a little high. And it's 2-0. 833-79-RIVER. Visit riverspringresidences.org/radio to schedule a tour. 2-0. That's a strike for sure. Sinking fastball. And it's 2-1. Yankees lead the Rays 3-0 in the second. Toronto trails Seattle 2-1 in the fifth. All of a sudden, the whole AL East has gotten hot, other than Tampa. 2-1 pitch. Fouled off. Out of play, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, Yankees have won 5 in a row. Toronto 3 in a row. Sox have won 3 in a row. You're right. Baltimore lost 1, but Tampa 4 in a row they've lost.
2-2. Ground ball up the middle over the second base bag. Backhanded by Campbell. He double clutches, throws to first, not in time. I don't know what happened there. I mean, they'll probably score that a hit for Mydroth. They will, because it was not an easy play. But Campbell, if he just gets it out of his glove, has a good chance to get Chase there. He does not.
Yeah, Campbell did a good job getting to this ball. It was right over the bag. I actually thought it was going to ricochet off a Crochet. But he gets to it, but just like didn't have a good grip on it. And that little clutch, the double clutch, ruined it for him.
A Rick Crochet. Here's Luis Robert Jr., who was out early today trying to find something. He takes a strike on the outside corner. Grounded to third his first time. No score in the third. That's a good thing and a good sign that both Campbell and Rafael are back in the game. 0-1. Way outside changeup. He was so dialed in. He set an impossibly high standard in his last start. And this happens, right? I mean, starters tell you they make 30 starts. 10 are awesome. 10, they don't have it. And 10 are somewhere in between.
Right.
The 1-1 is lined into center field. Sadon's got a beat on it. Drifts in to his right. He makes the play. And they're 2 away. This feels like one of the second categories for Crochet. By his standard, this is not his A stuff.
Right, we saw his A stuff his last outing in Chicago. Obviously, you go into the 8th with a no-hitter. But today, the thing is, when you have stuff like that, it's okay to be off.
Totally.
And you can still have a really good outing. You just have to limit damage, limit the amount of times you go 2-0 on guys.
He's thrown 42 pitches, like a quick out here for Sosa. Right-handed hitter takes a little high. It's that kind of thing that tells you he's just a touch off.
Yeah, the first pitch strikes. Absolutely. You're seeing a big difference there. Only 26 strikes out of 43 pitches.
1-0. To Sosa. Pitch is a little outside.
Have you ever noticed Crochet rolls the bottom of his pants? I always want to ask him, and I forget to do it. He rolls the bottom.
Yeah, to come underneath, get a little bit above the ankles.
Is he keeping something in there? Like,
yeah, calf muscles. The 2-0 pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 2-1.
No one's ever asked him. I want to know, like, why don't you just get shorter pants and use the elastic?
Crochet has faced 12 hitters now and thrown a first pitch strike to only 5 of them. He falls behind Sosa 2-1. Yeah, I mean, I think we could probably engineer the perfect pant for Garrett Crochet if he so desired. 1 on, 2 out. The pitch is a ground ball into right field. That's a base hit. Campbell was way up the middle for the right-handed hitter. I mean, for 100 years, that's an inning-ending ground ball, but the spray chart says shade the middle for Sosa, so 2 ground ball hits, 2 on with 2 out.
I mean, it makes sense. Obviously, moving him over, as much as Crochet likes to pitch in to right-handed batters, they're going to pull the ball more. But it was wide open for him right there.
Just don't talk to Chris Martin about that.
Oh, he does not love it. He loves it when it works.
He does.
I think they all do.
I mean, the numbers do, over time, win out. Here is Andrew Benintendi, homered last night. 2 on, 2 out. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Good cutter, and it's 0-1. So he's likely to pass the 50 pitch mark here in the 3rd inning. 0-1 to Benny. Struck out swinging his first time. Here's the pitch. High pop-up. Foul side of 3rd. Will it stay in? It might. Over comes Bregman, and he runs out of room. Look out, man. After the inning we've had, that's the last thing you need. Bregman tumbling down the staircase.
Well, you know old number 2 will take a full dive down the tunnel if he has to make it out. That's just who he is.
Well, he has that in common with another dude who wore number 2 on the left side of the infield.
Absolutely. Anything to make the play.
0-2 to Benintendi. No score, top 3. Crochet delivers. And he yanked the fastball there, 97, and it's 1-2.
Crochet had 5 swing and misses in the 2nd inning. That's a ton in 1 inning. Some guys don't even get that in an entire game.
1-2 is high in the air into right field. Abreu with the shades on, battling the sun, is there to make the play. And the inning is over. Well, Crochet gives up a couple ground ball hits, but no harm, no foul. To the bottom of the 3rd we go. Scoreless. Devers, Bregman, and Story on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. This year's celebration includes a family day with arts, crafts, and a movie, a night of poetry and art, and more, all hosted by the Free Library and inspired by The Upcycled Self and its powerful themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story, a discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Schedule and info at freelibrary.org/onebook, freelibrary.org/onebook.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI
Rafi Devers to lead it off in the bottom of the third. We are scoreless, Red Sox and White Sox. Rafi into a force out his first time. Shane Smith throws, and Rafi just missed on a fastball. He skies it high and deep into left field. Benintendi is there to make the play. And there's one away. I tell you what, Will, every time I see Benintendi in front of that left field wall, it sort of scrambles my brain, because we figured it'd be a decade or more in a Red Sox uniform in that same spot.
There's a few guys like that, right? There's Mookie, there's obviously Bogarts, and guys you thought were going to spend their whole careers here, and the business side of baseball takes over sometimes.
Bogey's San Diego Padres red hot. Here is Bregman. The pitch is low. Fastball, and it's 1-0. In the press dining area here, they got one of the great pictures ever taken by my estimation in Red Sox history, when Benny makes that running play in front of the wall as Bregman takes outside. And I'm not sure what I can ever look at more, the grace of the leaping grab, or the fact that on the final standings in 2018, the Red Sox beat the Orioles by 61 games.
Wow.
2-0 is swung on and missed a slider, and it's 2-1.
There's that picture of that catch, but I think one of the better catches was obviously the one in the game in Houston.
You think?
Bregman hit that, actually, right?
Really? You think so?
Thank you.
Win a playoff game?
Right. But, I mean, that's what I'm saying. The picture of that is great. But it's like, I see that and I think of the other play.
No question. 2-1 is a check swing outside. I mean, that was his signature moment in a lot of ways.
Of course.
Had Joe fallen out of his chair in Houston. Bregman said off the bat he thought we just won the game.
Of course.
3-1. One out in the third. No score. Smith throws. Quick pitch, and Bregman fouls it high in the air on the first base side. Sosa is over, and he's got room to make the play. They're 2 away. We take 10 seconds for station ID in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Well, in front of 300 family and friends, Shane Smith is doing a good job here. He has hit 3 Red Sox, but he's not allowed a base hit. Here's Trevor's Story, red hot. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. What's crazy about that 18-run, Will, is that they rolled through everybody. They smoked the Yankees, the Astros, and the Dodgers, but in each of those series, there were turning point moments, and 2 of them on defense. 0-1 to Story. The pitch is swung on and missed, changeup, and it's 0-2. Eduardo Nunez made a spectacular play at third base. Yankees would have tied that game, and who knows what happens in that series from there. And the Benintendi catch. And, of course, the Mitch Moreland pinch hit home run in Game 4 that changed that entire World Series. 0-2 is swung on and missed. He got him with a slider. And Story is gone. Sox retired in order. Shane Smith rolling along, sends down the Sox in order. To the 4th we go, scoreless in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Catchy tune, right? But don't let the urge to sing along distract you from the truck drifting towards your lane, or that lane-splitting biker creeping up beside you. Fortunately, every Hyundai offers advanced safety features that can alert you to potential dangers around you. And Hyundai has over 120 IIHS top safety awards since 2006. Because Hyundai is always working to ensure the road doesn't... Hyundai vehicles have won over 120 IIHS top safety awards from 2006 to 2024.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. And over the next 7 weeks, the Free Library is hosting a family day, movies and more, all free and all inspired by The Upcycled Self and its transformative themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story, a discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Details plus resources for younger readers at freelibrary.org/onebook. freelibrary.org/onebook.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out. so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Garrett Crochet back to the mound for the top of the fourth. Andrew Vaughn, right-handed hitter, leads off in the pitch. Inside, another first pitch ball from Crochet.
Yeah, Crochet just not finding his groove, especially early in counts, getting ahead. And that's the only thing that's really going to give the White Sox a chance is advantage counts.
1-0 to Vaughn, infield way back. Pitch is a strike. 96 on the corner, and it's 1-1. I mean, Andrew Vaughn is a guy the White Sox, in some ways, kind of hitched their wagon to. Thought he'd be their next big star. The 1-1 is inside. Fastball, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, because Garrett Crochet clearly wasn't that guy for them, right?
It's just sort of a classic case of organizations being in different places. 2-1. He throws. Vaughn loops it foul. Out of play. Upper deck, pavilion level, and a fan makes a great catch on the first base side. I mean, Andrew Vaughn will 21 homers and 80 driven in with a 260 average 2 years ago, which by their standards is not their best player. The 2-2 fouled at the end of the bat. I mean, Luis Robert physically is like as talented as anybody in the game, but he has not strung it together enough.
Also, I feel like every year he has some type of odd injury that keeps him out for a significant amount of time. But they need him to heat up just so they can trade him.
There's no doubt that's what they want to do. 2-2 to Vaughn. The pitch is outside. Man, I know he sets a high bar, but Crochet is not razor sharp today, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, this is where I know it's 0-0 game. You don't want to give up that homer, but you got to just rear back, give him your best fastball here.
Country hardball, the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Cutter that buries under the bat of Vaughn, and there's one away.
That's the hardest cutter he's thrown all day. That was nasty.
Fourth inning bell, brought to you by Russell Hackman and the team at Hackman Wealth Partners, Boston Premier Retirement Planning Specialist. Request your appointment today, or would you prefer? It's not very well written. Learn more at hackmanwealth.com. Request your appointment, or would you prefer? Here's a pitch to Miguel Vargas. That's a cutter beneath the zone, but called a strike, and it's on one.
You'll never get any judgment from me on reading skills, all right? Grew up in East Texas. I didn't go to college.
Here's the 0-1. Is a chopper to the third baseman, Bregman. He comes in, gloves on the run. He throws to first in time. And they're two away. You can read that play. It was a beauty.
Yeah, it's one of those plays that is actually a really difficult play for a third baseman on a couple different reasons. You come in on the run, you get the short hop, you have to throw across your body on the run. He makes it look really easy.
When I'm with you and I hear the word Bell, I think of Bluebell ice cream.
Wow. What's your favorite ice cream? Give it to me.
Flavor?
Yeah. You're a simple guy? Or you like...
No. Here's Edgar Caro, who takes a cutter outside for ball one. I mean, if I have to go simple, chocolate is always my first choice.
You don't have to go simple. What's your favorite?
Chocolate peanut butter. The 1-0 is a little bit outside, ball two.
I'm a chocolate chip guy.
Like vanilla with the chocolate chips in it?
Chips in it? Yeah. Even like cookies and cream.
I like that
get
too.
a little spicier.
What about mint chip?
Nah, not my thing. Tastes like plastic to me.
2-0 pitch is a swing and a miss. He badly fooled him with a cutter, and it's 2-1. Bluebell has some phenomenal flavors. Texas made.
Yes, sir.
Just like some of my favorite people. The 2-1 pitch, present company excluded. Fastball in the inside corner, and it's 2-2.
Taking shots at me today. I like it. I hope you stay right there. It keeps me locked in when you're all over me, to be honest.
2-2. The pitch is lined up the middle. Beautiful play by Campbell to his right, to a knee. He gloves, and the throw to first in time. That almost smoked Crochet. He's strutting off the mound. We'll have to ask him what his favorite ice cream flavor is when we get the chance. Got to have some bacon in it, doesn't it? We go to the bottom of the fourth, no score. Sox and Chicago in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Don't miss your chance to spring into deals at Lowe's. Right now, get a free 60-volt Toro battery when you purchase a select 60-volt Toro electric mower. Plus, buy 3 19.3-ounce vegetable and herb Bonnie plants for just $10. It's time to give your yard a grow-up. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/23. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. And over the next 7 weeks, the Free Library is hosting a family day, movies and more, all free and all inspired by The Upcycled Self and its transformative themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story, a discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Details plus resources for younger readers at freelibrary.org/onebook. freelibrary.org/onebook.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
This is Christian Campbell. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
To the bottom of the fourth we go, scoreless Red Sox and the White Sox. Red Sox baseball brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and the F-Series, America's best-selling trucks. For over 48 years, been the official truck of the Red Sox. Well, as we always do between top and bottom of the fourth, we had the salute to heroes here at Fenway Park. And Liam Hendriks has been such a wonderful representative of that. He always goes out. He does work on the road with wounded warriors and people who suffered from PTSD and all kinds of things. Liam activated off the injured list today. Has not pitched in a major league game since June of 2023. Arm surgery, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Here is Wilyer Abreu. Pitch to him is inside. And so normally Liam goes out, shakes the hand of the honoree, and makes a U-turn and goes back into the dugout. Today, what must it have felt like for him to just keep on walking into that Red Sox bullpen? 1-0 to Abreu. The pitch is swung on and missed. Fastball, and it's 1-1.
680 days since he last played in a big league game.
Well, you could tell he was so excited to go out. He was really soaking it in. He looked around to the fans. He tipped his cap a couple of times. 1-1 to Wilyer. Is high in the air into shallow right field. Michael A. Taylor comes in. He makes the play. Wilyer off the end of the bat. There's one away. He walked slower than he usually does. This is a guy who was one of the great closers in the game for a few years, but he had the game taken away from him. Health and injury. He just methodically walked into that bullpen, and I couldn't take my eyes off of him. He got in there. All these guys are sort of weirdos. They got these habits when they get into the bullpen. You know, they're real routine-oriented people. Here's the pitch to Campbell. Strike on the outside corner. Liam had two bottles in his back pocket. He had his glove, and he oriented them perfectly in the far right corner of the bullpen, as he's done so many times. And I say weirdos in the best possible The 0-1 is a hanging slider that Campbell takes, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, I know he's been through a lot, but the guy knows how to pitch. I mean, he was the AL reliever of the year 2020 and 2021.
How cool that must feel for him to be back out there. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Campbell takes a ball through the wickets of the catcher, Caro, and it's 1-2.
I was down on the field earlier for batting practice, and I was talking to Campbell, and I was looking at his new bats. It's 33.25, which is really small, but he gets really extended, so he uses a smaller bat.
1-2. He is outside, like just for the regular fan. 33 and a quarter,
So,
did you say?
I would say a normal size, average size bat in the big leagues, probably 34 inches. And half an inch is a big difference when it comes to bats. Even an ounce is a big difference. So it's you rarely see a 33 or a 33 and a quarter. Normally 33 and a half is the shortest you see.
2-2. Here's the pitch. And Campbell drives one into left field. The bat does the trick. That's a line hit. The Red Sox first of the game. And he's aboard with one away. I would think that pitch and that swing are one of the reasons that he uses a smaller bat to be able to avoid being jammed and get the barrel
For
through.
sure, right? We've seen pitchers start to make adjustments and pitch in on him. He's always a guy, his arms get very extended over the plate, so he can be a little susceptible to pitches in on him. Lightning fast hands, though. That was a nice swing right there. 2 strikes.
You know what this would be a good time for?
Yes, it would. Say it.
Yahtzee, 1-on-1 out for Casas. No score in the 4th. The pitch is high in the air into right field. He just missed it off the end of the bat. He got a changeup, and he skies it into right field. It feels like Casas is getting close. He is retired, and with 2 down, that'll bring up Narvaez. The back of the baseball card stuff is horrible for Casas this year.
Yeah.
He is a below-average player by any metric in the major leagues. The contact in the swings lately have been a little better.
Much more balanced, much more on time, and he's just missing balls. I would not be surprised to see Campbell try to get to second base here with 2 outs.
Love that idea. Here's Carlos Narvaez. The pitch is outside corner for a strike. The only thing I would think about as a counter is how's that knee feeling after the bat clanged off of it.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's fine. If it was any type of issue at all, they would have taken him out of the game.
He's got a big lead. 0-1. Long pause, the pitch. Narvaez swings and misses at a fastball. He chased one there, up and in. And it's 0-2. 4th inning brought to you by Cars for Kids. The easiest way to get rid of your old car. Donate today. Get picked up tomorrow. CarsForKids.com. No score. 2 down. Bottom 4. 0-2 count to Narvaez. Campbell's sort of a smaller lead now, creeping further away. And Smith, thinking with you, throws over. Head first dive back to the bag.
Yeah, 0-2 count here. If you want to combat that, you just throw a fastball up and away, give your catcher a really good chance to throw him out.
Shane Smith back home has looked really good. But he has thrown 55 pitches. Here it is to Narvaez, a pop-up into right field. Taylor has been so busy with the shades on. He comes in, makes the play, and the inning is over. The Red Sox having a hard time with Shane Smith here today. No score through 4. Sox and Sox in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Don't miss your chance to spring into deals at Lowe's. Right now, get a free 60-volt Toro battery when you purchase a select 60-volt Toro electric mower. Plus, buy 3 19.3-ounce vegetable and herb Bonnie plants for just $10. It's time to give your yard a grow-up. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/23. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Se você tem mais de 55 anos ou vive com uma deficiência, o Centro de Recursos para o Envelhecimento e Deficiência de Rhode Island, ou ADRC, é o seu ponto de apoio. Receba orientação grátis de cuidados de longo prazo, como Medicare, habitação e muito mais. Disque 401-462-4444 para falar com o ADRC ou busque RADRC online. Isso é um serviço do Escritório de Envelhecimento Saudável de Rhode Island.
It's Alex Cora. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Garrett Crochet looking to lock it in here as we go to the 5th inning. He's already thrown 64 pitches. We're scoreless. Red Sox and White Sox. Michael A. Taylor leads it off. Pitch is high in the air into right field. That's been a busy spot. Abreu back just in front of the warning track. This thing carrying a little bit. Wow. Well, here on the run makes the play. I mean, the wind, I don't think it's shifted that much. But that thing just took off, went away.
Yeah, it's definitely a helping wind. It is blowing out. It's not super strong, but that caught a draft or something because I didn't think he hit it that hard. Just kept drifting.
Here's Jacob Amaya. That was a very important one pitch out for Crochet if he wants to go deep in this game. That's a cutter for a strike.
And Shane Smith just at, 56 pitches.
0-1. Swing and a miss. The White Sox are aware that Smith's stuff sort of deteriorates in the 6th inning and beyond. 70 pitches or so. And their bullpen is not good. So it's about Crochet just keep it right here. 0-2. Is called a ball, fastball high, 95 miles an hour, and it's 1-2. We're past the 110th pitch, which is brought to you by 110 Grill. 1-2. Popped foul. Look out, Brooksy, just above you to your right. 110 Grill, gluten-free dining done right. I love 110 Grill, but I'm not all that interested in gluten-free dining. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Amaya is gone. 5 strikeouts for Crochet. I mean, that's the beauty about 110 Grill. You don't know it necessarily. That's not something I'm actively looking for.
Right. Yeah, no, me either. I mean, I wouldn't say no. I'd probably still eat it.
Yes, you would.
I don't say no to much.
2 down. Here's Mydroth. And he misses, does Crochet with a fastball outside, 1-0.
Mydroth, his eye at the plate is unbelievable. If he doesn't swing, it's probably a ball.
Pretty impressive. 1-0. Pitch to Chase. Mydroth is outside, ball 2. It's amazing. After Crochet gave up the hit to him last time, he's kind of pitching him carefully in a way. 2-0 with 2 down in the top of the 5th. The pitch is a strike. Good cutter. And it's 2-1. Subaru of New England scoreboard. The Yankees lead the Rays 3-1 in the top of the 4th inning. Baltimore's come back to lead the Reds 5-3. High pop foul off the bat of Mydroth. And it's 2-2. Toronto and Seattle tied at 3 in the 7th. A little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. How about Ben Rice? Are you kidding me? Rhode Island guy, red hot for the Yanks. 2-2 is a little blooper in a shallow right field, and Mydroth has done it again. He's got a base hit. He's aboard with 2 outs in this top of the 5th inning.
I mean, another good pitch by Crochet, just in on the hands. A blooper, might even broken his bat. That's a couple cutters he's thrown off the label and given up hits on. He did what he wanted to do there. Mydroth just beat him.
Stand corrected. Ben Rice from Cohasset. New Englander. And he's absolutely en fuego to start the year.
Ben Arroz. Is that how you say it?
Muy bien. Here's Luis Robert Jr. who takes a fastball inside for ball 1.
Very fluent. If you heard him speak Spanish,
it's amazing.
It's so good.
He went out of his way to do it. What a cool thing. 1-0. El lanzamiento. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Robert was out taking early BP, trying to get the field back. He is so talented, but can be so streaky. 1 on, 2 down. Pitch. Swing and a miss. I mean, he missed that 95-mile-an-hour fastball by 5 feet, and it's 1-2. It's a classic case, isn't it, Will, of a hitter just in between.
Yes, 100%. He's guessing right now, and this is not a guy you want to guess against.
1-2. Mydroth almost no lead over there. Pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No. Almost called a strike anyway, but it was off, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, over his last 7 games, hitting .091. Just 2 hits in his last 22 at-bats. Just 5 hits over his last 49 at-bats.
2-2. Meidroth runs. The pitch is high, and Narvaez will not make a throw. It's pretty good instincts there from Chase. So he's in scoring position, 3-2 count to Robert. That slump makes the 2-0 fastball right down the heart of the plate from Zach Kelly hurt even more last weekend in Chicago, as Narvaez is going to come have a word with Crochet. He's thrown 80 pitches. Not at all what you were expecting coming into today.
No, just that strike rate has just not been there today. 80 pitches, just 50 strikes, but a lot of the secondary pitches and just not competitive to get swings and miss. Those fastballs he would like to throw just above the zone, they're much higher, and he's not getting the swings.
Big pitch here, 3-2 to Robert. Here it is. And a check swing outside. He did not go, and that's ball 4.
Not a guy you want to walk right now.
I'll bring up Lenine Sosa. Second walk. 6th base runner for the White Sox. And Alex Cora's on the phone to the bullpen. Still no score, but 2 on, 2 out. Here's the right-handed hitting Sosa. Crochet is ready. He throws. And that's a beauty. Cutter in there for strike 1. Code word of the game, Duran16. Duran16. Enter your code word in the member portal today. Claim your points. 0-1. Pitch. Ripped wide of Duran, way foul and out of play. And it's 0-2.
Yeah, and now's where if you're Crochet, you want to reach back for that. We've seen him pitch, 95 to 97. He's got more than that in the tank. But he tries to be more under control and a little bit lower velocity. But at this point, you really need some swing and miss.
0-2. And Sosa asks for time. He steps out. Meidroth at second. Robert at first. Pretty good speed out there for the Sox. The White Sox, that is. Important pitch here for Crochet. The 0-2. Fouled off. First base side. 96. Again, he's not getting that much swing and miss.
Yeah, he got Sosa guessing there for a changeup or something soft after he pulled that cutter way foul to left.
No balls, 2 strikes. Crochet stands tall. He delivers, and a swing and a miss, but it gets away from Narvaez on a breaking ball in the dirt. Carlos picks it up, throws to first in time, and that saved a run. Meidroth was around third. He was going to score, but Carlos Narvaez keeps this a scoreless game. Great play. Rafaela to lead it off when we come back in the bottom of the 5th. No score on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Don't miss your chance to spring into deals at Lowe's. Right now, get a free 60-volt Toro battery when you purchase a select 60-volt Toro electric mower. Plus, buy 3 19.3-ounce vegetable and herb Bonnie plants for just $10. It's time to give your yard a grow-up. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/23. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. And over the next 7 weeks, the Free Library is hosting a family day, movies and more, all free and all inspired by The Upcycled Self and its transformative themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story, a discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Details plus resources for younger readers at freelibrary.org/onebook. freelibrary.org/onebook.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cedar Rafaela to lead it off in the bottom of the fifth inning. We're scoreless. Boston only with one hit today. Shane Smith's been great. The pitch to Cedar, drive into left field. It's going to catch some green. Benintendi turns around. It's off the MGM sign. Rafaela rounds first, heads to second, and he's safe with a head-first slide.
I'll tell you what, if there's anybody on an opposing team that can play the monster here, it's Andrew Benintendi. He played that carom perfectly off the Bet MGM sign. It bounced right to him, and he made a perfect throw. Cedar able to swim, move his right arm into the side of the bag, and just missed the tag of my drop.
Yeah, those little subtle things. He did slide to the right field side of the bag big time. Very close. So Cedar homered for the first time last night. Doubles here for the first time. And here now is Jarren Duran. They come in on the corners. The pitch is low. I mean, it's been 2 years now where we would never suggest that Duran bunt. He can do too many things that light an offense on fire, but he's struggling a little bit right now. He's got to get Rafaela to third.
Absolutely. That's the beauty of a left-handed batter is he can miss swing and still pull this on the ground and move him.
1-0. The pitch is outside. And I do like not removing the attack mentality from Duran.
Of course, yeah, that's what's going to help him get locked back in. And here's the thing, he hits the ball to left really well. Smith is going to pitch him away from pulling the ball, which is allow him to hit that ball. He might get a mistake to hit to left.
2-0. The pitch is swung on a miss. He's pulling off a little bit. That was a changeup, and it's 2-1. Like normally Duran, when his stride is simple, he's more balanced. He's direct to the ball. Lately, he has sort of stepped toward that first base dugout.
Yeah, a lot of times guys will do that when they feel like they're late on fastballs. It's how they cheat to it.
2-1. The pitch is a little pop-up in a shallow center field. Rafaela goes halfway. It dumps in for a base hit. Cedar over to third. Duran takes a huge turn at first. Better lucky than good sometimes, and the Red Sox have him at the corners to begin the bottom of the fifth.
Yeah, and look, a lot of people are going to say, why didn't Cedar just go and score? Because if for some reason Luis Robert, who is known to make tremendous plays in center field, lays out and catches that and you get doubled up, you'll never hit the end of that if you're the go-ahead run at this point in this type of ball game.
I think Ethan Katz is coming out. He is. Will, I thought that was perfectly done by Rafaela.
100%. That's great base running. You're halfway. That way, if it does, there's a diving play, you have time to get back to the base. And if not, you have a chance to move up your first and third. Jarren Duran did a great job rounding first base hard. Just in case a throw to third base, he would have been able to move up into scoring position.
Well, this gives us time to share the league leaders and who's circling the drain, presented by Drains by James. Is it a shock at all that the Major League Baseball leader in slugging percentage is Aaron Judge?
Yeah.
740. The Polar Bear, Pete Alonso, 710. Then Tyler Soderstrom, a real surprise, 701. Jonathan Aranda, 691. And then Jung-Hoo Lee in San Francisco.
That one was a little surprising to start. I know he's a good player, but the power output, wow, it's been impressive so far.
They love him. And what a spot this is for Devers.
Now you get Devers, Bregman, Story. Got to get this done. This is the situation where the Sox really struggled over the last couple weeks.
First and third, no outs for Rafi. The pitch is fouled off on the third base side. 96-mile-an-hour fastball on its own one.
Also, the White Sox middle infield is playing back. They're giving you the run if you put the ball in play. The corner infielders are in. But if you hit this on the ground in the middle of the field, they're giving you the run for 2 outs.
Right now, Devers is not thinking about that.
Nope.
0-1. Here's the pitch, and it is high in the air, into left field, at the track, at the wall. Adios, Carita! Off the top of the national sign, on to Lansdowne. A 3-run homer, and the Red Sox lead it 3-0.
You see these goosebumps? Fire me up to Raffy. Let's go. That was a bomb, too, by the way. That hit the very top of the national sign, on top of the monster, bounce on the Lansdowne. You were right. He wasn't thinking about just moving that base runner, getting in the run. That's a tater right there, Willie.
He just tried to put the Wally head over his helmet. One thing before the other, Raffy. Oh, man. In some ways, there's no guy on the whole club better suited to wearing that thing as Bregman takes the slider for ball 1.
I feel like someone told you pregame Raffy's going deep, too.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Sorry about it.
Now, that was launched the other way. 1-0. Swing and a foul under my chin. Wow. If that got in here, I have a bruise and seams on my chest.
You might be coming out of the game, and you guys got to listen to me do play-by-play for a few innings. Maybe a week.
Here it is, and it's a check swing and a fastball inside, and it's 2-1.
I want to talk about the Raffy homer again, because that was not a wall scraper, and that is to dead left field, opposite field, and that ball got out by a lot.
Red Sox are hitting some 3-run homers at Fenway this year.
You win a lot of games that way.
2-1. Here's a high drive down the left field line, over into his right Benintendi. He'll get there in front of the warning track to make the play, and they're 1 away. Man, in that spot, scoreless game, I mean, again, you want any runs, but that is not Raffy's mindset at all.
No, most times, games like this, we know Crochet is who he is, but Shane Smith's been pitching his tail off for 4 starts here in the big leagues to start his career. When it's this close, it takes one swing. Who's going to be the guy? Who wants to be the hero? Right now, it's Raffy Devers.
Here's Trevor's story. He takes outside. Now 68 pitches. It's amazing. I mean, this is the time when the White Sox feel like this pitcher really steps down. Brandon Eisert, the lefty, is up in the bullpen. I think he'll come on and face Abreu almost no matter what. The 1-0 misses outside, and it's 2-0. I was smoked. You know, he and Cedon have become very close. The two of them are standing side by side. What an inning they created, the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Change-up fooled him, and it's 2-1.
2-0 combio. Ugh. Hate that. Right on right? Oh.
That's the stuff that'll keep you up at night,
It looks like a fastball, and you think you get a cookie, and it disappears.
2-1 to Trevor. Pitch is inside. 3 balls and a strike. This Easter dinner, treat your family to a tender, delicious roast. Beef large end ribeye roast, bone in, or a boneless New York strip roast, $6.97 a pound. 3-1 to Story. The pitch is swung on a miss. He was trying to follow Raffy on the Lansdowne there, and it's 3-2. Red Sox break the scoreless tie with 1 swing from Devers. 3-2. Here it is. Swinging a high fly into center field. Robert back at the track at the center field wall. He is there right in front of that wall to make the play, and the inning is over. However, Raffy launches, and we go to the 6th inning. Rather, 2 down. Beg your pardon.
Some of the White Sox started coming off the field.
I was reading that.
I watched 3 infielders start running off the field, and I'm going, I think that's just 2, but they tricked me too, Willie.
Well, mea culpa. Just having too much fun with Devers. I think when I do that next time, I should have to wear some variation of the Wally mask.
Got something for you. We can find something.
Doug Lane's been making balloon animals for us, so I'll pay my penance here as Will Venable is going to come on and take Shane Smith out of the game. 3 in, 2 out. Bottom 5. Red Sox lead 3-0 on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This call to the bullpen gives you a chance to check out all the great Ford SUV offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on the award-winning Ford SUV lineup that you won't see advertised anyplace else. Whether you plan to buy from your Ford dealer's inventory or custom order your new SUV, visit buyfordnow.com and see how much you can save. And then see your New England Ford dealers for your new SUV.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Storrow Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
Chicago White Sox go to their bullpen. Turn to the left-hander, Brandon Eisert. This pitching change and this slowdown in action is brought to you by Iservay. 3-run Raffy homer. Wilyer Abreu to face the lefty. Alex Cora has gradually started to really trust Abreu much more in these spots. I mean, with a 3-run lead, he's going to leave him in, especially in just the 5th inning of the game. But it is an important part of Abreu's development to be able to handle lefties out of the pen because he's going to see them a lot.
Yeah, to your point, I mean, there's these certain guys you want to build their confidence. You want to let them find a groove. And like you said, in a 3-0 game right here, it's a good spot to leave him in because they're likely going to bring another righty in at some point after this.
So here is Wilyer, who's fly to left, fly to right. Scuffling just a little bit at the plate of late. For his last 20, he is brushed back with a fastball. Sinker, and it's 1-0. They've gotten him a little closer to the plate. And actually, this is Schuster, another Mass kid who fires to Abreu, foul ball down the left field side. They swapped out Eisert for Schuster so quick once Raffy went deep. It's amazing. This White Sox team is the first in a long time to have 4 Massachusetts natives on the roster active in the big leagues, and the Schuster's one of them. The 1-1, swinging a big miss at a slider, and it's 1-2.
Aaron Schuster came up with the Braves. He was really good. I remember seeing him in spring training a couple years back thinking, okay, this kid's got good stuff. He was a starter, long guy. Now he's moved to the pen here with the Sox. White Sox. You can't just drop Sox like that.
The pale hose. The 1-2 is outside.
Pardon me?
Pale hose.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what their nickname has been for more than a century.
Summer's almost here. Get some sun.
Palehose.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 3-0 Red Sox in the 5th. Wilyer waits. He takes a bounced changeup in there. How about this? So they've now got 4 active players from Massachusetts born in the Commonwealth. Only 2 times since 2000 have teams had 4 or more. The 2022 Giants and the 2001 Mets. And, of course, 3 years ago, the Giants had a kid named Mike Yastrzemski as one of them. 3-2. Wilyer rips one down the right field line, just foul. Man, he just missed extra bases on a slider. We'll do it again, 3-2. The last Red Sox team to do it, 1999.
That's a fun year for the All-Star game.
Ted, Tony Gwynn, and Nomar. 3-2. Popped up, back of the plate. Catcher Caro ditches his mask. He's there to make the play, and the inning is over. But the Pale Hose give up 3. Raffy goes yard. To the 6th we go. 3-0 Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. And over the next 7 weeks, the Free Library is hosting a family day, movies and more, all free and all inspired by The Upcycled Self and its transformative themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story? A discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Details plus resources for younger readers at freelibrary.org/onebook. freelibrary.org/onebook.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hart, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Garrett Crochet continues in the game in the top of the 6th inning. He does have a short leash here, interestingly, and understandably, too, as Craig Weissert is throwing. Here's Benintendi. Pitch to him as a strike on the outside corner. For the White Sox in this inning, got Benintendi, then the right-handers Vaughn and Vargas. 86 pitches thrown by Crochet. The 0-1 is a swing and a miss, fooled badly by a sweeper. I think, Will, whether or not Benintendi gets on base determines whether Crochet gets another hitter.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, isn't it amazing, even when we're saying, oh, he doesn't have good stuff, he's not throwing strikes, he's given up 4 hits and 0 runs.
Well, yeah, 0-2 is outside. I mean, that's a combination of the fact that his stuff is elite, and this White Sox offense just does not score. One-two. Swing and a foul back to the screen. Herb Chambers batting order. Brought to you by Herb Chambers, Land Rover Boston, and Land Rover Sudbury. 1-2 to Benintendi. 90th pitch coming up. Here it is. High drive into center field. Abreu started in, now back. He's there to make the play. And there's one away. You would think that would buy Crochet at least another hitter.
It's at 90 pitches, so I would think so, yeah.
Of course, the flip side of that coin, look, Alex Cora knows these guys better than anybody. They've got these long-term plans. You got to lead. I think they do want to manage his arm a little bit this year.
Of course.
Here's Andrew Vaughn. The pitch is a strike on the inside corner. And I guess netting all that out, at the first sign of any trouble in this inning, I think he's coming out of the game.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, at this point in his pitch count, absolutely.
0-1. Swinging a chopper towards short, coming in. Story, what a pick. He will run toward first. Throw in time. And they're 2 away. That was spectacular. A high chopper. He picked it on the in-between hop. And that's the second out of the inning.
That's such a tough play. It's one of those, it's bouncing high enough. If you stay back on that ball, you're going to have to get it to first super quickly for the out. He committed to it, came in, got the short hop, made the nice throw on the run. Phenomenal play.
So here now, Miguel Vargas, 3-0 Red Sox in the top of the 6th. Pitch at his paint. You can always sense this with ace types. They are like, racehorses where they can sense the finish line and they dig in. Here's the pitch, and it's just down and into Vargas. And you can feel it with Crochet. He knows the end is near. He's sharper, and he's throwing harder.
Well, and he also knows it's 3-0, so I can really focus on just attacking the strike zone.
1-1, swing and a miss. Good fastball at 95. And it's 1-2. Bullpen report brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Weissert continues to throw out there. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him a sweeper beneath the barrel, and the inning is over.
You gotta love that. Pig today, ham tomorrow.
We cannot wait for either. That was awesome from Crochet. Maybe didn't have his best stuff, but he battled, and he leaves with no runs on the board. Oink, oink. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 3-0 Red Sox in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. This year's celebration includes a family day with arts, crafts, and a movie, a night of poetry and art, and more, all hosted by the Free Library and inspired by The Upcycled Self and its powerful themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story, a discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Schedule and info at freelibrary.org/onebook, freelibrary.org/onebook.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Christian Campbell to lead it off for the Red Sox as we go to the bottom of the sixth. And Garrett Crochet is huffing and puffing. He might blow your house down. He's in the first base dugout, and he has got a lather going. He's got laser focus in his eyes. We didn't get shots of handshakes and hugs, but you'd have to figure, wouldn't you, Will, that that'll do it for him?
I would think so. At that point, I mean, yeah, I would say it makes sense to turn it over, but there's not a lot of movement in the bullpen right now.
Campbell, who takes a strike on the outside corner. Doug Lane tells us he did get the Alex Cora hug, so he's done.
All right. I mean, we're talking about him, the tough day he had. He still had 17 swings and misses and 8 strikeouts.
Isn't that amazing?
Poor
the
guy.
0-1 change up and it's 0-2.
That is the beauty of the ace, though, right? There's only a handful of guys who can have an off day and still have that type of performance. I know it's the White Sox. I know it's a AAA offense. I get that.
Here's Campbell waiting for an 0-2 from Schuster, who debuted with the Braves. A pitch outside, and it's 1-2. And again, we said this during the game, reiterated here, as we sort of talk about his stuff and his command, it's just grading on the hardest curve of all because he set the standard. Campbell takes fastball high, and it's 1-2. But that's sort of the bottom line, is that even without his A-plus stuff, he can really get it done. 3-0 Red Sox in the sixth. Schuster is ready. He throws. Swinging a foul on the first base side. Another Wake Forest man, just like Shane Smith.
Wake Forest must have a really good scout up here.
Yeah.
In the Northeast.
No kidding. He was born in New Bedford. Here's a swing and a miss at a changeup, and Campbell is gone. So he's 1 for 3 today as Christian. Is it more that the league is adjusting to Campbell as we get into the third week in the season?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's being pitched a lot different. He's getting a lot less fastballs out over the plate. He's seeing a lot of fastballs in on his hands and then soft stuff away from him. He's just going to have to make that adjustment, and he will. He's too good of a player not to.
Here's Casas, who just missed his last time. He swings and misses at a slider, and it is 0-1. 169. He's gotten on base at a 250 clip. He just has not slugged enough. Base is empty, 1 down. Pitch. Swinging a hard ground ball on the right side to the second baseman, Maidroth. He's got it. He throws to first. In time, 2 away. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority. The Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of the game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of EEI and the Red Sox. So here now, Carlos Narvaez. Greg Weissert continues to throw. Narvaez checks his swing on a high fastball out of the zone, 1-0. Arbella Insurance, dedicated to strikeout cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Every Sox strikeout, $50 to the Jimmy Fund from the Arbella Insurance Foundation, 1-0. Carlos takes low. So you got your ace. Shane Smith is good. Sure is nice when your big-time slugger lifts you up.
Yeah, your star players coming through so far, which you would expect.
2-0 to Narvaez. Pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Two one outside. 3 balls and a strike.
It's been nice seeing Narvaez. He's been putting in a lot of work, early hitting out there, really working on his bat path. It paid off yesterday for him.
3-1. Low, ball 4. I love what Alex Cora said to us about that, because I'm always trying to get him to talk about the work that his players put in, and Carlos did that yesterday and hit his first career homer. And Alex, in as nice a way as he possibly could, sort of smiled at me and he says, yeah, but everybody works. It might not be out on the field in front of everybody, but our guys grind every day.
Yeah, they do have that type team.
Here's Cedon, who's had a real nice day at the plate. He swings and misses. He was thinking about launching. Change up, and it's on 1.
It feels like an auto swing at this point. First pitch, you know he's swinging. If I'm a pitcher and I'm facing Cedon, I'm not throwing anything in the zone. I'm either going fastball above it or something off speed like that down below, because you know he's pulling the trigger.
The book does get out for sure. 0-1. He's doubled and been hit by a pitch. Here he takes just outside changeup. I mean, he is by nature an aggressive swinger, period.
Yeah, you don't want to take that away from him, because that is what has made him successful in some parts of his career. So it's just honing it in and being a little more selective.
1-1. They throw to first. Narvaez back in time. On the Subaru of New England scoreboard, the Blue Jays have tied the Mariners. It's 3-3 in the 9th inning there. Yankees lead Tampa 6-4. That's an offensive eruption. The wind must be blowing out at Steinbrenner Field. 1-1 to Cedon. Here's the pitch, and he bluffs the bunt, takes it back. Fastball down and in. It's 2-1. I wouldn't think he's actually considering it with 2 outs.
I think he might have, just because he looks down and Vargas was playing so deep. Had that been a pitch in the zone, I think he absolutely lays that down.
2-1. Here it is. Swing and a miss, which I understand, Will, although, I mean, you got 2 down and you got a left-handed hitter in Duran on deck. This is one of those spots where, if you can, you'd really like to lean on Cedon to drive one into a gap here. 2-2. Narvaez at first. Here's the pitch. It's grounded to third. Right at Vargas. He goes the short way to second, and the inning is over. To the 7th at Fenway. 3-0 Red Sox in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. This year's celebration includes a family day with arts, crafts, and a movie, a night of poetry and art, and more, all hosted by the Free Library and inspired by The Upcycled Self and its powerful themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story, a discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Schedule and info at freelibrary.org/onebook, freelibrary.org/onebook.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out. so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
The Christian Arcand Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Top 7 here. Greg Weissert taking over. Coming in from the bullpen. He's been really good lately, Willie.
Especially that last one in Tampa. It's about as good as he's ever looked in a Red Sox uniform. Before he throws his first pitch, let's take 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
So here is Weissert facing Edgar Caro. He'll swing it lefty against Weissert, and he takes pitch inside a fastball, 93, and it's 1-0. Weissert was outstanding in his most recent outing in Tampa Bay. 1 ball, no strikes. And Caro grounds one back toward the mound. He tries to barehand it, now picks it up with a glove, throws to first in time. He's a crazy athlete. That was very well done, one away.
Yeah, look, most pitchers aren't even trying to make that play because it can ricochet off the hand or glove. Weissert tries to barehand this on the short hop, knocks it down 360s, and makes a perfect throw to Casas. I'll tell you this, you say athlete, he absolutely is. He's a scratch golfer, too.
It wasn't hit that hard. I love that he's even thinking about that. I'm not sure the Red Sox are. Just glove it.
Yeah. You still got to make pitches with that hand.
Save the moneymaker. Here's Josh Palacios. 3 napkins floating through the wind like the Forrest Gump feather as Palacios takes a fastball outside for ball 1.
Nice.
I think some people will be getting some boxes of chocolate tomorrow.
Life be like that sometimes.
Jenny, 1-0. Weissert is ready. Here's the pitch. Palacios not running as the slider misses low, and it's 2-0. We won't keep this up, I promise.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
3-0 Red Sox in the top of the 7th. Palacios batting left. The pitch is a little bit outside. I wonder if Josh Palacios is ever considering being a shrimp boat captain. 3-0. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner.
Boiled shrimp, fried shrimp, baked shrimp.
Shrimp etouffee, coconut shrimp. 3-1. Pitch is a little high, a sinking fastball that didn't find the zone. And so 1-out walk to Palacios. It was sort of like a candlestick moment. These 3 napkins, for whatever reason, just caught the wind stream. Just outside the third base line, they come down. Phil Maton is going to pinch hit here for Jacob Amaya. One on, one out. Red Sox leading 3-0. Another really good one for Crochet, even though I'm sure he'll tell us afterwards it was a battle for him. Weissert throws, fastball down and in. He was so pinpoint, Weissert was in Tampa, Will. I mean, that fastball-slider combo we're used to, but the changeup was awesome for him in his last outing.
It really was, especially to left-handed batters, because he has that power sinker he can throw in, but then he will use the changeup down and away. He's really tightened up his sweeper. His slider usage, not as big of a breaker anymore.
The pitch to Maton is fouled off.
As nasty as Weissert was, I thought Whitlock was that much better.
Yeah.
That was like 2021 plus some from Garrett Whitlock. Just chilling at 97 with a changeup from hell.
And every single pitch was dotted. Cam Booster is up and warming. That's cool here at Fenway. 1 ball, 1 strike. Greg Weissert throws to first.
That's a quick pickoff move.
Good feet. He thought Palacios might be running.
Thought you were done. See?
You never know.
See, I don't. Oh, I do, actually.
1-1 with 1 out. Weissert throws. Swing and a foul. That's a good changeup. Took a bite out of Narvaez, and it's 1-2.
I mean, that changeup, we have a very good angle up here from up above home plate, and it is just what I call a parachute ball. It's good arm action, arm speed's just like the fastball, and it gets halfway to the plate and just hits the E-brake.
Boozer's up because Duran and Devers will lead it off in the bottom of this 7th inning. His beard is growing longer by the minute out in the visitors' bullpen. 1-2. Weissert is ready. He throws. Fouled back to the screen. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan Postgame Show. You deserve a car that thrills you. And Nissan's got an exciting full line. Put goosebumps on your goosebumps. One on, 1 out. 1-2 to Maton. Here's the pitch. Swinging a chopper, foul. Outside of first. Sox have the bullpen lined up exactly like they wanted. I think at this moment, Alex Cora is thinking Weissert right here, Slayton in the 8th, and Chapman in the 9th. 1-2. The pitch is just low. Changeup that missed by a couple inches. And it's 2-2.
I mean, in a 1-2 count, that is exactly where you want it. It was a ball below the zone. You're thinking, there's no way he takes that. Just fooled him enough where he couldn't swing.
Take and pray. 2-2 is a ground ball to first. Casas steps on the bag at first, throws to second, wide, and Story drops the tag. Around to third heads Palacios. Well, with an accurate throw, not easy for a right-handed first baseman. They have the reverse double play. Story tried to make a heroic grab and tag, and I don't know whether the foot of Palacios or the bag knocked the ball out, but because of that, somebody will get an error, and the White Sox have a runner at third with 2 down.
Yeah, since Casas went to the bag first, that put him right in the baseline behind the runner, so he had to make a throw to the right of the runner. Trevor Story then having to 360 and try to tag, and the ball flew out of his glove at the contact of the foot.
Here's Chase Mydroth, right-handed hitter. The pitch is on the corner. What'd you think of the decision? Couldn't he have just thrown it to second first?
He could have. I think he just felt like he was close enough. And the issue there is being right-handed. That creates 0 throwing lane for him.
So, runner at third with 2 down, 0-1 from Weissert to Mydroth. The pitch inside, and that almost hit him. Clearly, the Red Sox learned something about this kid. They know enough about him, but they don't want him leaning out over the plate. Crochet did it, and Weissert does too.
Yeah, he starts with an open stance and closes up, and his body moves towards the plate, which does help him reach the pitch away, but you would like to crowd him in just like that.
1-1 is a strike right over the heart of the plate, and it is 1-2. Two down, top 7, 3-0 Red Sox. Backed up all the way around the infield. Weissert's 1-2. Line drive up the middle into center field. That's a base hit. Man, this Chase Mydroth has something to him. He scores the first run of the game for the White Sox, and it's 3-1.
Kid can play. You know, they called him the force field, right? Because it seemed like no one could ever throw him strikes, but I feel like everything he swings at, he puts in play. There's just not much swing and miss in his game.
They do give Story an error.
Oh, that's a terrible error. That's a terrible error.
Well, he goes to third when the ball was there at the back, so somebody has to have it. Here is Luis Robert, who takes a strike on the outside corner.
I guess you watch that play and you think, well, the Casas' throw was headed towards left center, and he has to reach out and make that catch and then try to fling it down for the tag. To your point, somebody's got to get the error.
On one to Robert. He could tie the game with one swing. All of a sudden, a little drama. Slider drilled high and deep to left field, and this game is tied. Wow. That happened in the blink of an eye. A hanging sweeper, and it's 3-3. He may be slumping. He may be cold, but he's the one guy you cannot make mistakes like that to. And twice in a week, the Red Sox have given up 2-run homers to Luis Robert. Wow.
And he's been ice cold, right? You can throw him as much off speed as you want out of the zone. We haven't seen him catch up to many fastballs. He's been very late. The one place he can hurt you is a breaking ball that stays middle in. 80 miles an hour on the sweeper, just kind of spins and stays there for him. That was the one pitch he could hit.
Well, I mean, Kelly grooved a fastball to him last weekend in Chicago, and now Weissert hangs that slider. And it's just crazy how often, when you make defensive mistakes, the snowball rolls down the hill.
Yeah, that's a play. It's not an easy play for a first baseman, but I'm with you. I thought Casas should have just went to second, gone back, and had turned the double play there.
Well, isn't it also the case that even if you cut down the lead runner and the relay throw doesn't come back to first in time,
right? No
you're
one's
still in a better
position.
spot.
100%. And you said this earlier. It was a really good point for right-handed first baseman. If you're on the inside of the base path like that and you receive a ball, just go ahead and go to second base. It's a much easier throw for you.
So now 2 down, bases empty with the game tied. Lenin Sosa takes a pitch way outside. That's ball 1. Benintendi's on deck. Justin Wilson is up in the Red Sox bullpen. Again, that's the second error that's charged to Story that really was not his fault. The 1-0 is chopped toward Trevor. He ranges to his lefty gloves and throws to first in time, inning over. The other one, that awkward feed from Christian Campbell, but in the end, it does lead to disaster. Stretch time at Fenway tied at 3 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. And over the next 7 weeks, the Free Library is hosting a family day, movies and more, all free and all inspired by The Upcycled Self and its transformative themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story, a discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Details plus resources for younger readers at freelibrary.org/onebook. freelibrary.org/onebook.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Kenny Planton te roba la diversión con Bob Esponja y sus amigos. Ven a Mall Plaza Cali y diviértete con Nickelodeon Héroes del Mar. Del 3 al 27 de abril. La entrada gratuita va de parte del Fondo de Bikini. Te esperamos.
Hey, it's Alex Cora from your Boston Red Sox. You're listening to WEEI, available anytime for free on the Odyssey app. That's AUDACY.
Well, a game that felt comfortable about 10 minutes ago now is tied. And wouldn't you know it, here's Cam Booser, who was awarded the Tony Conigliaro Prize before the game. He'll see Duran, Devers, and Bregman. Tie game, bottom 7. Here's the pitch. And it's outside. Cam Booser is pitching like the best guy in their bullpen right now. He's been really good. 7 games, a 2.57 ERA. 10 strikeouts and a couple walks. Duran has been hit by a pitch, singled, and flied to center. 1-0. Swing and a miss late on a fastball. 1-1. This is a spot you'd love Jaron to jumpstart the offense.
For sure. Boozer pumping gas. 98 right there. He's basically fastball sweeper to lefties, fastball sweeper cutter to righties.
1-1. The pitch. Jaron drives one into left field. Off the end of the bat, Benintendi in. He's there to make the play. And there's one away. Well, Raffy had one stroke of magic in him. Does he have another? Not an easy matchup against Boozer. Although in this ballpark, it does tend to steer him to left field.
Especially with lefties on the mound.
One out. Here is Devers. The pitch. Outside. 7th inning sponsored by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. 1-0. Effie waits with an open stance. Booster sets. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He chased a sweeper badly there. And it's 1-1.
Yeah, Raffy, that's a hitter early in the count, just selling out for that 98-mile-per-hour fastball.
Which you can live with, right?
Early in the count, that's fine. I'd rather you swing and miss than try to make contact, hit a dribbler. You go on, try to get another pitch.
1-1. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Another slider. Why wouldn't he see another one of those right here?
Yeah, you throw it till you tell that he either has a good take or has a good swing on it.
Bregman out on deck. 1-2 to Devers. This place is stunned. Pitch. Slider fouled off. He got a piece of that one. That was not as far down and away from Raffy. Stays in there 1-2.
Yeah, this is at times, you throw this many sweepers, you see that many uncomfortable swings, and then you see a foul ball by a hitter like Raffy. In a perfect world, Boozer dots down and away fastball right here, probably could get a take from Raffy.
1-2. He's set up away, sort of up two. Here's the pitch. Raffy checks his swing, or does he? Yes. Wow. Sweeper down and away, and it's 2-2. Raffy's got a little more body language going right now. He's feeling it after the home run. He's smiling. He's shaking his shoulders and his head. Usually that bodes well. 2-2. The pitch is swung on and missed. He challenged him, and he blows him away, does Boozer. 98 miles an hour, and they're 2 away.
And after 5-6 sweepers, that 98 feels even faster.
In essence, just showing a replay of that errant throw by Casas. And by the way, watching that, Story did well to even get to that thing. He was set up inside the runner, and Casas just airmailed the throw. Here's Bregman. 2 out in the 7th. The pitch. Outside. It's the reason most great first basemen, Will, are left-handed throwers.
Right.
It's not easy, that path. You can sling it from the left side inside the runner. So finding that right arm slot and path is not a simple thing. The 1-0 to Bregman is high, and it's 2-0.
Look, I like this matchup for Bregman. I feel like he handles velocity really well. He's such a short point A to point B. If he could get a fastball up in the zone right here and do a little damage.
He shaved last night. 2-0. The new dad waits. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That's so good from Boozer. Cutter that dove to the bottom of the zone, and it's 2-1.
He's very deceptive right now. That sweeper and that cutter, it looks like the fastball out of the hand, and then the spin disappears.
Bregman does have that focused look right now. 2-1. Swinging a foul on the third base side. Cutter just in enough. And it is 2-2. Boozer faced Bregman 3 times with the Astros. Struck him out and walked him. 2-2 to Bregman. Tie game in the 7th. The pitch is just high. And it is 3-2.
At 98, again from Boozer. It is jumping out of his hand. You can see why he's putting up good numbers this year.
3-2. Here's the pitch. Bregman swings and drives it foul. Another cutter again in just enough. And it's 3-2. So you've seen him yank 2 cutters foul. What do you think Boozer's thinking here?
I mean, he doesn't throw a changeup, so he could go to the sweeper down.
3-2 is high, ball 4. That's a really good plate appearance by Bregman, and he'll move the line to Trevor Story. Trevor hit by a pitch his first time, struck out in the third, flied to center in the fifth. He is so hot right now. 12 for his last 25 with 3 homers. And he is a lethally dangerous hitter when he's on a run like this.
Yeah, one of those sweepers over the plate, he could really do some damage. I haven't seen him do a ton with high velocity yet this year, though.
Boozer throws. Trevor swings and fouls a 97-mile-an-hour heater back. That was in the middle of the plate. Trevor couldn't get it. It's 0-1.
I love that aggressive approach. So he got his pitch and fired on it just underneath to foul it back.
0-1. Bregman the go-ahead run at first. Boozer throws. Trevor swings and misses. More heat. And it's 0-2. That's sort of been his career profile, actually. He hits a ton of off-speed and secondary stuff. When you get extreme velocity, it has been a little bit less productive for Story.
All right, now Boozer has a lot of options. He can go up with the gas or below with the sweeper. Does not have to be in the zone here.
0-2. Here's the pitch. Trevor takes inside. Another fastball. You can understand that choice. Wilyer Abreu, the lefty, is on deck if Story can reach. After that, you got Campbell, right-handed action in the White Sox bullpen. 1-2. And Boozer steps off. Steven Wilson is up for Will Venable. 3-3, bottom 7. Bregman at first. 1-2 pitch to Story. Here it is. And he grounds it foul. Third base side. Cutter. It stays 1-2.
Yeah, these at bats. It gets an arm like Boozer throwing that hard with the hard breaking balls, a hard cutter. You really just have to spread out, not try to do too much. You get too big here, he can blow 98 past you.
1-2. Here's the pitch. Bregman runs, and it's high. The throw to second is in time. They got him. Tag on the left arm of Bregman, and the inning is over. Well, Story will get a fresh count when we go to the 8th, but first, the Red Sox are going to go to their bullpen. Alex Cora is coming out here, and I wonder what this is about. I mean, Phil Cuzzy, the second base umpire, is there. Bregman is standing on the second base bag. Kyle Hudson going to join the dialogue. We'll fill you in on what's happening when we come back. 3-3 in the 8th on the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Se você tem mais de 55 anos ou vive com uma deficiência, o Centro de Recursos para o Envelhecimento e Deficiência de Rhode Island, ou ADRC, é o seu ponto de apoio. Receba orientação grátis de cuidados de longo prazo, como Medicare, habitação e muito mais. Disque 401-462-4444 para falar com o ADRC ou busque RADRC online. Isso é um serviço do Escritório de Envelhecimento Saudável de Rhode Island.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. This year's celebration includes a family day with arts, crafts, and a movie, a night of poetry and art, and more, all hosted by the Free Library and inspired by The Upcycled Self and its powerful themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story, a discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Schedule an info at freelibrary.org/onebook, freelibrary.org/onebook.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Andrew Benintendi against Justin Slayton. Top of the 8th, tie game. Benny takes a pitch outside for ball 1. Benintendi 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. Slayton was fantastic. Earned the save. Series win. Clinching win in Tampa the other day. Here's a sawed-off swing and a foul and a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, and it is 1-1. A little love goes a long way in the 25 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at Subaru of NewEngland.com. I think Chapman will get up here in a minute almost no matter what. Benintendi checks his swing, or does he? No. That's a fastball. He went around, and it's 1-2. And on cue, Chapman is thrown in the pen with the towel in his hand.
This is just how nasty Slayton is, getting check swings on fastballs in the zone.
Right. 1-2. That is just outside with a curveball. Why is that?
I think he hides the ball well, and it looks a certain way at decision-making point for these hitters where they think it's in a certain spot. They start their swings, and all of a sudden it's in on the hands.
2-2 to Benintendi. The pitch is a little low. Fastball. And a full count. I mean, actually, Benintendi is a guy you fear in this spot. He's a little bit hot. The right-handed hitting Vaughn on deck. 3-2. Slayton delivers, and a swing and a miss. He got him with a cutter under the barrel, and there's one away.
You know, I was so scared for Slayton to go to any pitch other than the fastball, because Benintendi almost felt like he was setting him up. We've seen him hit the off-speed really well. He pulled a homer on a curveball yesterday off Dobbins, got the cutter down and in the nitro zone for lefties, but with Slayton as nasty as it is, just no chance.
Tells you how good a pitch that is. That's a great call by you. Here's Andrew Vaughn, right-handed hitter. Pitch is a strike, perfectly placed on the outside corner. 0-1. Vaughn is twice struck out and grounded to short. 3-3 in the 8th. The pitch fouled down the right field line and out of play. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan Postgame show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Get the thrill for yourself. Local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today. 0-2. Pitch is just outside with a curveball. Missed by about an inch. And it's 1-2.
The curveballs Slayton were thrown in Tampa were absolute hammers. There was some of the nastiest curveballs he's had so far.
Including the one that closed it down. 1-2 is rip foul out of play. First base side. Made a great catch.
Just a packed house, too.
They were rolling along and then stunned by the Robert Homer. 1-2 the pitch. Swinging a ground ball towards short. Story comes in. Gloves. Throws to first in time, right on the money. And they're 2 away. The Red Sox in the 8th inning will have Story, Abreu, and Campbell due up. But first, here's Miguel Vargas. Slayton is ready. He throws. And Vargas takes a strike. Cutter on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Slayton was a madman on the mound in Tampa, sort of muttering and talking to himself. 0-1 is fouled back to the screen. And it is 0-2, which I think you and I both really liked.
I do. It's something, a switch gets flipped when these guys get thrown into that 9th inning closer role sometimes. It's a little different mentality. He's got closer stuff, too.
He definitely does. 2 down in the 8th, 0-2. The pitch is a check swing. He did not go around on a curveball. And it is 1-2. Vargas has walked, grounded to third, and struck out. Sox took the lead in the top of the 7th on a bomb from Devers the other way, but then a Maedroth hit and a 2-run Robert homer around an error on a reverse double play has tied the game. 1-2, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him with a curveball, and Slayton does it again. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Sweet Caroline time. 3-3 the scores. Story, Abreu, and Campbell when we come back in the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. And over the next 7 weeks, the Free Library is hosting a family day, movies and more, all free and all inspired by The Upcycled Self and its transformative themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story, a discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Details plus resources for younger readers at freelibrary.org/onebook. freelibrary.org/onebook.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Trevor Story hopes to make things a little better here as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 3-3. Steven Wilson onto the mound for Will Venable to be Story, Abreu, and Campbell in the Herb Chambers batting order. Brought to you by Herb Chambers, Maserati of Boston, Millbury, and Warwick. Last year pitched in 40 games. Just came up 3 days ago from AAA Charlotte. He got hammered a year ago. Here is Trevor. 0-for-2, hit by a pitch. First one, swinging a pop foul. He'd like that one back, although it was on the outside corner, a sweeper, and it's 0-1.
Now, Wilson so far just that one outing, 2/3 of an inning so far this season after getting called up, but he threw nearly all sweepers in that outing.
Fans into it. 0-1. Pitch. Swinging a shot into left field. That's down for a base hit in front of Benintendi. Story sets the table in the bottom of the 8th.
Got a hanging sweeper. Wilson's pretty lucky that one didn't get hit a lot harder because that one just hung up over the outer middle away over the plate. Trevor hit it off the end of the bat, but hard enough in, still get a knock off it.
And here is Willier. 1 on, none out, tied at 3. The pitch inside, change up, and it's 1-0.
I always love in these situations late, you get that leadoff runner on. Try to manufacture a run somehow here.
Story does have 6 steals. 1-0. Pitch, swing and a miss. Big fastball, and it's 1-1. I think early in this count, Trevor is not really thinking about going. Nobody out.
Yeah, and the outfield is in what we call no doubles. They're playing super deep, trying to be able to cut off all the balls in the gap so that Trevor can't score from first.
1-1 to Abreu. Here's the pitch, and it is a strike on the inside corner. Missed his target, but that was in there, and it's 1-2. tuned after the game for the Nissan Postgame show. 1-2 to Abreu. He asks for time and steps out.
Just want to find a way to get Casas up there. I just got a feeling about him. I feel like he's been close to breaking out.
I love it. Will it into existence. 1-2. The pitch is on the ground. Probably a double play to second for one. Hydros throw is just in time. They got him by half a step. And here comes Christian Campbell. The last thing in the world you wanted there. Leadoff hit erased. And here comes Tristan. Rather Christian than Tristan. Willier is now 3 for his last 22. Fighting it a little bit. Here's Campbell. 2 outs in the 8th. The pitch. Strike. Sweeper at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the White Sox. 3 runs, 5 hits, and an error for Boston. 0-1 to Campbell. Here's the pitch, and it is just low and outside. That updated box score brought to you by the Mass Lottery celebrates the game we love, from the baseball diamond to the lottery games that support all of our 351 cities and towns. Campbell would like to hit the jackpot here. 1-1 is a check swing. He wanted to launch, but he did not go. Pitch was way up, and it's 2-1.
I just feel like if I'm a right-handed batter against Wilson, I'm sitting on that sweeper, trying to stay to the big part of the field. He uses that fastball to set it up.
2-1, 2 down in the 8th. Tie game. Here's the pitch, and it is swung on and missed. That was the sweeper, and I mean, I've never seen him take a more violent swing than that. Young kid trying to play hero, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, just out ahead of it. He was fooled, and that's the point of that fastball. The previous pitch, up and in, change the eye level, change your timing a little bit, so you can go down and away with the sweeper.
2-2. Here's the pitch, and it's outside. He went with a sweeper again. Way outside, full count. The way you've predicted things this year, I am dying to get the big left-hander to the plate right here. See if Campbell can get on base. The 3-2 pitch. Inside, he walked him. So Tristan will bat. That's a really good plate appearance by Campbell. He took a slider inside. And here comes Campbell, rather Casas. Tristan walked in the second, flied to right, just missed in the third, and grounded to second in the 6th.
On the Willier Abreu bat, it was fastballs up and changeups down to the left-handed batter. See if he sticks with that.
Here's Casas. The pitch is low. Good take on a changeup, and it's 1-0. He's talking to himself, as he so often does. Takes a deep breath. Dips his left toe back into the batter's box. 1-0. Wilson sets. He throws. Tristan fouls it back. A fastball at 94. That was up and away from him in the strike zone, and it's 1-1.
I like that swing, though. That is his direction. Everything was going towards the middle of the field. He was right on that. Just beneath it, fouling it back. That was a good swing. Nice and balanced.
1 ball, 1 strike. Campbell can run. He leads at first. 2 down in the 8th. Here's the pitch. Swinging a shot down the right field line. Foul. That's a changeup. And Casas yanked it into the netting right in front of the tarp there. And now 1-2. What do you think about Campbell now in a 2-strike count for Casas, considering it?
I like that. I like the movement. It can move the infielders too and open up for a ground ball to get through.
1-2 to Casas. Campbell will be chased back to the bag. Throw from Wilson. It's a packed house tonight at Fenway. Attendance report brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken. Get your fresh hand-breaded chicken tenders right here in the ballpark. 1-2 to Casas. Campbell leading more at first. He's not going. The pitch is outside. Good take. Close fastball, and it's 2-2.
Now, Wilson hasn't shown the sweeper to left-handed batters this season, but that fastball up and away kind of feels like he's trying to set that up. Might just stick with the changeup.
2-2. That's outside. The wheels are turning here. The White Sox have a left-handed pitcher up in the bullpen. You got Narvaez on deck. Not that Alex Cora likes pinch hitting for his catchers, but the Red Sox do have some fantastic options available on their bench. 3-2 to Casas. Campbell gets a running start from first. Tie game in the 8th. Here's the pitch, and it is swung on and missed. He got him with a sweeper, and Casas is gone. We go to the 9th inning, tied at 3 at Fenway on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
20% off sunglasses from Shadon Precision Eyewear. Hurry over to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use promo code SPRING. See better and play better with Shadon. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com. Promo code SPRING.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. And over the next 7 weeks, the Free Library is hosting a family day, movies and more, all free and all inspired by The Upcycled Self and its transformative themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story, a discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Details plus resources for younger readers at freelibrary.org/onebook. freelibrary.org/onebook.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Aroldis Chapman is on for the top of the 9th inning. He just did something I've never seen a reliever do. Comes into the game, warms up, and then the last throw to Narvaez was just like playing catch. He just stood behind the mound, threw it to Carlos. The throw goes to second, and now Chapman, who for most of this year has been the Grim Reaper, trying to keep this game tied going to the bottom of the 9th.
You just want to keep it where it's at. Give this Sox team a chance to walk it off in the bottom half.
Switch hitting catcher Edgar Caro is in there, and he takes a fastball dotted at 98 for strike one.
I don't think I'll ever get used to the size of the human being that Aroldis Chapman is when you walk past him, either on the team plane or at the hotel. Goodness gracious.
He is like he's carved out of marble. The 0-1 is on the ground inside the bag. That's down the right field line. Abreu over into the corner. Caro rounds first. The throw from Wilyer is a little late. Did he come off the bag there, Caro? If not, it's a leadoff double, and the White Sox have the go-ahead run in scoring position to begin the top of the 9th.
I mean, got a split finger here from Chapman and just took it out of Narvaez's glove and smoked it right over the first base bag. Abreu got to it quickly and got it in. It was a really good throw to Story. I thought Story had a chance to get him on his shoulder with that tag, but it was a really good slide.
Their best bullpen arm, Jordan Leisure, begins to warm. Here is Chapman against Palacios. He squares the bunt, pops it foul on the third base side. You totally understand the willingness to play small ball here. I mean, the White Sox come in. They're 4-15, trying to scratch out a win here. And you know, all games are not created equal. A day that Crochet started, Devers hit a 3-run homer. Had the bullpen totally fresh. 0-1 to Palacios. He squares again. He pops it up. Chapman comes out, and out goes Narvaez to make the play. That's a huge first out.
I'll tell you what, it is so hard to bunt against velocity. And it's not just some velocity, it's 98 to 100 from Chapman up in the zone. It's nearly impossible to get that bunt on the ground.
It also came in on his hands near the label. So Palacios does not deliver, and here comes pinch hitting Brooks Baldwin. So Will Venables trying to do everything he can here to give his team a chance. Runner at second with one down. Three to three in the top of the ninth. Outfield shading the other way. Chapman on the third base side of the rubber. Head on a swivel, he throws. And a swing and a foul. Man, that was pretty timed up there. 100 miles an hour. Baldwin straight back, and it's 0-1. Chapman has been fantastic for the Red Sox. In a jam here, the 0-1 almost hit him. Fastball at 100. 10th appearance, 7 1/3 innings, 5 hits, only 1 run allowed coming in, 12 strikeouts against 4 walks. 1-1. Here's the pitch, and it's way outside. I think Chapman is better at 98, 97 than he is at 100.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Much more control when he's 96, 97. That 100 miles an hour is great with 2 strikes when you're going to go upstairs, but the command is definitely not as good with it.
2-1. The pitch to Baldwin is fouled back. 99 at the top of the zone, and it's 2-2.
That's 2 very comfortable swings by Baldwin on fastballs, both 199, 100. He's fouled straight back. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see a split here. I don't like the slider because that can hang down and in and get hit off the monster.
2-2. Here's the pitch, and it is swung on and missed. A sinker at 101.
Goodness gracious.
Flames, and they're 2 away.
I mean, he reached back and just let it eat right there. Said, all right, big boy, you're going to take comfortable swings on my fastball. Here's my best one. That was a foul tip right into Narvaez's glove for strike 3.
It's a really good job by Narvaez to hang on to that thing. Like I said, he's better at 101.
Yeah, just like you said.
Runner at second with 2 down. Tie game in the top of the ninth. Here is Meidroth, a Red Sox nemesis already. He looked like he was taking all the way. 102 for strike 1.
Yeah, he was taking all the way because he heard that, but he never saw it.
It's crazy. Early in his career, you do sort of fear this young hitter. 0-1. Drove in a run his last time. The pitch is high. 102 again. The adrenaline's going.
I think he's feeling good. He's got a nice lather going on this warm day here in Boston. I'll tell you what, that arm is letting it fly.
He's got the look on the mound, too. 1-1. Chapman looks to second. He throws. And a fly down the right field line. It hangs up. Abreu is over there to make the play. And the inning is over. Chapman pitches around. A leadoff double. Vamos to the ninth we go. Narvaez, Rafaela, and Duran in a tie game on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
20% off sunglasses from Shadin Precision Eyewear. Hurry over to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use promo code SPRING. See better and play better with Shadin. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com. Promo code SPRING.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. This year's celebration includes a family day with arts, crafts, and a movie, a night of poetry and art, and more, all hosted by the Free Library and inspired by The Upcycled Self and its powerful themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story, a discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Schedule an info at freelibrary.org/onebook, freelibrary.org/onebook.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Fenway hyped up as we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Tied at 3, Jordan Leisure for the White Sox, Carlos Narvaez, and then Cedon Rafaela and Jarren Duran. As we go into the home half of the final inning. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan Postgame show as the fans welcome Narvaez to the plate. Leisure, electric stuff, does have a 4.05 ERA. Lenine Sosa moving all over the place on the infield. See what changes they've made. Brooks Baldwin is now at second base. Mydroth at short. The only man right now that matters is Carlos Narvaez against Leisure. Carlos walked his last time. The pitch. Outside with a fastball. 97, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, Leisure's got a good fastball, live arm, 95 to 98. Got a good slider. He'll throw just about as much as his heater.
1-0. The pitch. Swing and a drive. Deep to left field. It is way back and it's off the wall. It bangs off the green. Narvaez holds it first as Benintendi perfectly plays it and throws it wide. Narvaez heads to second on an error in left. And the Red Sox have the winning run at second base.
Oh, I felt all the emotions right there. The ball's hammered. That's what they say, the monster giveth and the monster taketh. Another place that might be out of here, a hard line drive off the top of the monster. Then Benintendi tries to get it in with the hard turn by Narvaez, throws it wide and allows him to move up.
So now here comes Cedon Rafaela. They will run with Hamilton. And that was what we were thinking going in. If he gets in a scoring position, sub out the speed. So here's Cedon. Now almost anything in play gets Hamilton to third. They're way in at first and third. Winning run at second. Cedon waits. Leisure throws, and Cedon takes outside, ball one. No sign of a bunt. You can understand that. There's risk in removing Narvaez from the game.
Of course. You're playing to win this right here with taking your best defensive catcher out of the game.
1-0 to Cedon. The pitch. Swinging a chopper up the middle. It's gloved by Leisure. He throws to third, and they got him over there. Wow. Really, almost anything past the pitcher gets Hamilton to third. Leisure made a great leaping play, and Hamilton is gunned down at third. Wow.
You know, with Hamilton's speed, you see that hopper like that, and I mean, Leisure makes a heck of a play, leaving his feet. That's about as high as you're going to see a pitcher jump on the mound to snag that. And then he made a very good throw to the third baseman to get the speedy Hamilton. That's a chance you just have to take if you're David Hamilton with that speed.
Contact all the way. Here's Duran. Left-handed hitter with Cedon thinking about it at first. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. So to that risk of taking Narvaez out, we're going to potentially go to extra innings. Sable will come in. They got the runner at second to begin the inning. 0-1 to Duran, trying to render all that moot. They throw over to first, and Cedon back standing. So you think no matter what, with Hamilton's speed, anything on the ground, you got to go.
You see that when I mean, he went as soon as the ball was hit, and Leisure left his feet, and it took a perfect catch and throw by him to get him.
Cedon's got a bigger lead. He starts and stops Duran, drives one high and deep into left field. Benintendi is back in front of the wall to make the play, and now they're 2 away for Raffy.
And that's why you try to get to third, right? Because then all of a sudden, that ball's winning the game.
now you're sort of up against it, and you need Devers to deliver again. Winning run at first base, 2 down. Here is Devers. The pitch is pop foul on the third base side. Now to play. Took a mighty rip at a splitter from Leisure. And it's 0-1. So again, I mean, the Red Sox have gone all in with their bullpen. They went Weissert, Slayton, Chapman. Is that Garrett Whitlock up in the bullpen? So that tells you how much they want this game. I think it is. 0-1. To Raffy. Here's the pitch. Devers is hit by the pitch, wasn't he? If not, it goes to the backstop. Rafaela is up to second base. I thought it clipped him, but somehow he gets out of the way. And now a hit very likely wins the game.
Yeah, I think the sound you heard was it going off the mitt. That's about as close as it's going to get. Wow, I'm talking 1/8 of an inch, and they're going to walk him.
Which you can totally understand, but you know what? There's new dad strength in the building. Here comes Alex Bregman.
Oh, this place would just light on fire if Bregman comes through right here.
Ethan Katz is going to come try to calm Wilson a little bit. Leisure, I should say. And Bregman today has walked. He's 0 for 3. 3 walks, no hits since Bennett was born. Huge drama here at Fenway Park. Now Cedon is into the dugout with Ramon Vasquez looking at the iPad. I mean, are they talking about pickoff moves that Leisure might have?
100%. Yeah, because you're not talking about trying to steal third right here with one of your best hitters up.
It is Garrett Whitlock in the bullpen. Do you want any indication of how badly the Red Sox want this game? There's all the evidence you need. So here is Bregman. Rafaela, the winning run at second. 2 down, bottom 9. Bregman digs in. Here's the pitch. Bregman takes a ball outside a slider, and it's 1-0. Cedon is staying pretty close to the second base bag. Leisure, claiming a faulty pitch comm, steps off.
I actually think that was a catcher going out and putting on in case they steal, letting the infielders know where he's throwing the ball.
1-0. The pitch. Bregman takes another ball outside a slider, and it's 2-0. Trevor Story's on deck. 3-3 in the bottom of the 9th. The 2-0 pitch is pop foul. Straight back and out of play. Look out, Will. About 5 feet in front of our booth. And it's 2-1. I mean, Bregman has been really good for the Red Sox. He's had so many chances like this. 2-1, 2 down in the 9th. Here's the pitch. Bregman pops it right back again. Foul. 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 2-2.
He was all over that one, Willie. That was a really good swing. Now finds himself in a tough 2-strike position. Leisure loves his slider in these spots.
Cedon can fly. He's the winning run. He's at second. 2-2. The pitch. He is outside. He went with a fastball. Way up and outside. Count is full, and listen to Fenway. Three and 2 to Bregman. The pitch is popped again, foul into the seats and out of play. Well, these are the moments you live for in baseball.
He's been all over the fastball the last couple swings. Fastball 97, top of the zone. He's getting to it. Gotta wonder if he's confident enough in that slider to go to that here, full count with Trevor Story on deck.
Rafaela leads at second as the winning run. 3-2. The pitch is swung on and missed. He got him with the slider, and we will have extra innings at Fenway Park. Garrett Whitlock comes on. 3-3. To the 10th we go on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
20% off sunglasses from Shadin Precision Eyewear. Hurry over to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use promo code SPRING. See better and play better with Shadin. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com. Promo code SPRING.
In Philly, everyone's reading 2025's One Book, One Philadelphia selection, The Upcycled Self by Tariq Black Thought Trotter. This year's celebration includes a family day with arts, crafts, and a movie, a night of poetry and art, and more, all hosted by the Free Library and inspired by The Upcycled Self and its powerful themes. On May 9th, join us for Who Owns Your Story, a discussion with local storytellers led by Jasmine Martin. Schedule and info at freelibrary.org/onebook, freelibrary.org/onebook.
This is the story of the one. He is responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, Garrett Whitlock is on the mound here. Tight spot, top 10, tied at 3. Chase Mydroth didn't get the memo. He is the automatic runner here in the top of this inning. Hair flowing in the wind as he runs out to second base. Big hitters due up for the White Sox. Robert, Sosa, and Benintendi. Luis Robert is the reason we're here in extra innings. Always dangerous. Whitlock throws, and Robert takes a high fastball outside, ball one. Whitlock was at his absolute best last time out. 2 dominant innings. Big, tall right-hander is ready. The 1-0 comes home, and it's way outside. Missed with a fastball. 2-0. Again, as the home team, you do want to just hold serve and limit the damage to just the 1 run. But I don't care if he's slumping or if he's cold. You don't want to give in to Robert here. 2-0. Whitlock throws, and he misses outside with a slider. Ball 3. And he's the one guy, as he proved already, that can make it 5-3.
Right. The thing with Whitlock, too, is it's nice that he can give you multiple innings. You were just hoping to save him for tomorrow.
3-0. Pitch. Way outside. He walked him, sort of an intentional, unintentional walk, and Robert is aboard.
That's exactly what it felt like, because everything was meant to be just off the plate away. Hope for some chase, but with the base open like that, now you got to look at, all right, is there a bunt here with Sosa?
That would surprise me, especially since the White Sox are just trying to gun for everything. It's their 3-hole hitter. Nobody out, first and second, tied at 3 in the 10th. Casas sort of shading way off the bag for this right-handed hitter, creeping in on the grass. Pitch to Sosa is a perfect fastball for strike 1. 0-1. Again, it's only 1 game, but Crochet started. Weissert, Slayton, Chapman, now Whitlock have thrown. This game counts extra for the Red Sox.
Feels that way with the arms they're going to.
0-1. The pitch is fouled off on the first base side. That was not the slider that Whitlock wanted to throw. That had a lot of loop to it, but he got away with it. It's 0-2.
I think it surprised Sosa, too. That's that backup slider. I mean by that, it just stays straight. It doesn't break over the plate, and that's why it got in on the hands of Sosa.
Nobody out, 2 on for the White Sox in the 10th. The 0-2 is fouled off. He's taking comfortable swings here as Sosa. It stays 0-2.
That's a good pitch. That's 97, about a ball off the plate. Well executed. Sosa just very aggressive right now with the bat.
Whitlock stands tall. The 0-2 is swung on and missed. He got him with a slider. Beauty, and Sosa is gone.
It's beautiful. That last pitch set that up perfect. 97 away. Sosa took a swing at it. This one starts in about the same spot, that same angle, and then just disappears down in the dirt off the plate for strike 3.
Actually, a really good job by Narvaez. That was such a nasty pitch. He had to lunge out to his right to stop that thing.
Yeah, that thing took off.
Otherwise, you might have second and third. Instead, here is Benintendi. 1 out in the top of the 10th. The pitch. Inside, almost hit him. Slider at the back foot. And it's 1-0.
I'm not real comfortable with the sliders to Benintendi. I feel like he's been sitting off speed a lot throughout this series.
1-0. Pitch fouled off. He went with a changeup there. And it is 1-1 against Whitlock. Benintendi's only seen him one time. He did strike out. One and one. Whitlock throws and a swing and a miss and a changeup. That pitch is working. It's 1-2.
And when you have that power sinker, that power fastball that Garrett Whitlock has, these hitters have to gear up for that. And with a runner in scoring position, they are going to be over aggressive. That's where the changeup comes in.
They lead at first and second with 1 out in the 10th. 1-2. The pitch is high. Fastball. All right, so he goes changeup down, sinker up. What does that set up here?
I mean, he hasn't looked good on the changeup. I like the fastball up there to possibly set up another changeup.
2-2. The pitch is inside a fastball that buzzed the tower, 98, and it's 3-2.
Tell you what, Garrett Whitlock, that fastball looks so good. Velocity-wise, he has that late movement on it. He yanked that one in to Benintendi, but that sets up a perfect spot for a changeup if he can execute it right here.
3-2. The pitch is swung on and missed. It was the changeup. Whitlock blows him away, and they're 2 away.
You know, sometimes you go in for effect, right? Makes him jump out of the way, changes the eye level. That comes out of the hand and just disappears. That was filthy.
Well, now it's to Andrew Vaughn. And you know what, Will? That tells me how confident Whitlock is that he's willing to use a 2-2 pitch to set up the payoff.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So here now, one more bullet to dodge. It's Andrew Vaughn, who's 0 for 4 today. 2 on, 2 out in the top of the 10th. Whitlock is ready. He throws. Vaughn drives one into right field. Way back on it goes Abreu on the run. He's there to make the play right in front of the warning track, and the Red Sox escape. We go to the bottom of the 10th inning, tied at 3. Story, Abreu, and Campbell after this on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents your work horoscope for this week. Deadlines are in retrograde, which we all know can bring some intense energy. Our advice, fend off this forecast with Canva. Like Canva whiteboards to counter creative blocks, and Canva docs for clarity in communications. If you have any sales deals coming through, results will be in your favor with Canva presentations, manifesting many wins for you. It's a great week to love your work at canva.com.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Hart, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
All the mass kids on this White Sox team are pitching in big spots. You had Smith to start, Schuster later on, and now Mike Vasil. Right-hander has been brilliant to start the year for the White Sox. 9 scoreless innings. Here is Trevor Story, though, with Bregman. The winning run at second. The pitch. Swing and a miss. A sweeper right in the heart of the plate. And it is 0-1.
Vasil throws kitchen sink, sinker, cutter, change, sweeper, four-seam, and a curveball. And it's a pretty even mix for about 4 of them.
0-1 to Trevor. Here's the pitch. Outside, slider. And it's 1-1. When you hold serve like the Red Sox did and hang a 0 in the top half in extra innings, you just have to cash it in. 1-1. Story is singled, been hit by a pitch. Bregman leading at second. Here's the 1-1. Story swings and misses at another really good slider down beneath the zone, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, looking at the movement on that sweeper this year so far, I mean, it's got 5-6 inches more drop than most right-handed pitchers and about 3.5 more inches of side-to-side break. It is a big-time breaker.
Well, now Trevor, who's got so much pull side power in a 2-strike count, might be thinking about changing the approach a little bit and getting Bregman to third. 1-2. Vasil is ready. He throws. Trevor pops it up. Shallow center field. Robert comes on. He's there to make the play. Unproductive AB. And there's 1 out.
3 sweepers. 4 sweepers, and not a bad. It's a pitch he's going to lean on, especially versus right-handed batters.
Well, here's a lefty in Wilyer Abreu, and they're going to intentionally walk him. So that makes a ton of sense. They'd rather face Campbell than Abreu.
It's amazing, this game nowadays. Even with looking at the numbers with Abreu and him struggling as of late and not getting hits, they still want to put him on, set up that double play.
Well, I'll tell you what. They're 4-15. They have so little major league talent, but it is already clear that Will Venable knows how to run a major league game.
He absolutely does. He is, I mean, even back to 2015 when I was a teammate with him in San Diego, he's just such a brainy individual. I know he went to Princeton, but just as far as baseball smarts go, he knows the game inside and out.
So here we go. A chance for Christian Campbell to play hero. Bregman at second, the only man that matters. Tied at 3 in the 10th. The pitch is low and outside a sweeper. I like that he's patient there, Campbell. It's 1-0.
Yeah, it's so easy for young guys in the big leagues to come out of their shoes, come unglued on that first pitch, wanting to win this game.
1-0. Vasil sets the pitch. Campbell takes a strike right there. Maybe he was sitting on another slider there. Got a fastball dead over the plate, and it's 1-1.
I don't blame him. Story got 4 of them in a row.
1-1. Bregman at second. He's the winning run in the 10th. The pitch is a slider way outside, and it's 2-1. Now, what is Campbell thinking?
I think Vasil goes to more of like the cutter here, trying to steal a strike.
2-1. Here's the pitch, and it is swung on and missed. Fastball challenged him. That's in the middle of the zone. Campbell laid on it, and it's 2-2.
That's what makes Vasil good, though. He throws so much off speed. He can sneak the fastball past you in those spots. Now as a hitter, your head's spinning.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Tied in the 10th. Here's the pitch. Campbell sawed off, foul on the first base side. Campbell does not look overwhelmed by the moment. Surveying the scene here at Fenway Park. Nobody's left. Why would they? Tied in the bottom of the 10th. 2-2. Pitch is just low. Slider That was probably take and hope, and it's 3-2.
That was a great take. I mean, he's always had such a good idea of the strike zone, but be able to take it in this spot, that's big.
3-2 pitch. Way outside, ball 4. He walked him. The kid, great job. And now the bases are loaded. A winning run 90 feet away for Tristan Casas.
I tell you what, Christian Campbell continues, even while there's a little bit of a slow in his production, but just the slow heartbeat in big situations. That's a good sign from him as well.
Well, here's the other thing. I mean, Venable, as we said, makes an understandable move walking Abreu, but you have to trust your pitcher to throw strikes. He did not. Here now, Casas. The pitch is outside, a changeup, and it's 1-0. Three in the 10th. Bregman, the winning run, leads at third. The 1-0 pitch. Swinging a high fly into left field. Benintendi back at the track, at the wall. He catches Green, and the Red Sox win. Casas delivers. Bregman scores, and Boston wins it 4-3.
Oh, how good does that feel for Tristan Casas? Not only getting the big swing, the big knock, but coming through for your teammates. There's no better feeling. He had a big situation in his last at-bat, didn't come through, got a second chance, and made it count.
He's mobbed behind first base. Boy, did they need that. Alex Cora took all of his chips and pushed them into the middle of the table. And the big first baseman makes him win that bet. 4-3, the Red Sox have won 4 in a row. And they win this one in 10, 4-3. Nissan postgame show is next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting. It could have been an email.
Run. Canva had a creative solve.
Forget email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Homes.com is the only place where you can find specialized neighborhood guides with the in-depth insider info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Want to know if there's homes for sale in the area? We've got it. How long has a home been on the market? We'll know it. Average lot size? Uh-huh. Proximity to local parks? Of course. Insight into your neighbor's divorce? We're working on it. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
This is the Nissan Postgame Show. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
Well, the Red Sox needed that one, 4-3. I mean, need is maybe the wrong word, but the way they went after it against a team like the Chicago White Sox, giving up a 3-run lead, that was a big-time win in extra innings. 4-3, the final. The Sox have won 4 in a row. They're 2 games above 500. Will Fleming, Will Middlebrooks kicking off the Nissan postgame show. look, it's only one game, but in this ballpark where they're trying to build momentum, will give themselves a little breathing room. That was a big exhale.
Yeah, regardless of who you're playing, this is the big leagues, and they can beat you, right? When you make mistakes, you give extra outs, the error of trying to turn that reverse double play. But, man, they found a way to come through, and sometimes wins like this, even if it's against the White Sox, propel you onto better things. So that was fun to watch. The Campbell walk there with 2 outs I thought was huge to set up the Casas at bat and bring up the lefty-righty matchup.
It's such a great call by you. I mean, the Campbell at bat after the intentional walk, to be that patient as a young player, puts all the wheels in motion. And after that weird play at second base, when you have a 3-run lead to give Robert the chance, Casas feels relieved with that swing.
For sure. And look, he probably felt it too, knowing he made a bad throw to Trevor on that, trying to turn that up. It's a tough play, but he knows he's a smart guy. But look, he's had a tough start to the season. He's 12 for 68. That's just his 4th RBI. There's no better feeling, not just to get a hit, but to win a game for your team when you've been struggling.
Well, and to see him mobbed by his teammates, he was all smiles. I mean, maybe that unlocks a little something with him. A little team mentality gets him going. So the Red Sox win it 4-3. We'll have more in the Nissan postgame show after this on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It's a new year. Let's talk about goals. Your goals. You're not like everyone else. You're ambitious. You make a plan and you stick to it. Breaking 80 on the golf course, signing up for and finishing a 5K, or just feeling stronger and healthier, you always come through. And you're strong enough to know when you need a little extra help. A Fitness Together Studio's professional personal trainers will help you set and achieve the right fitness goals. From a free signature fit evaluation, personalized workout plans, and private training rooms, a Fitness Together Studio has your back. Visit fitnesstogether.com and get after your fitness goals.
Es tiempo de aprovechar los deals de primavera en Lowe's. Obtén una batería Toro de 60 voltios gratis al comprar una podadora eléctrica Selecta Toro de 60 voltios. Además, compra 3 plantas Bunny de hierbas y vegetales de 19.3 onzas por solo $10. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 4/23, selección varía por lugar, hasta agotar existencias. Descuento aplica al momento de la compra. Tamaño actual y selección de las plantas varían por lugar. Excluye Alaska y Hawaii.
Rarely does a product come to the game of professional golf that is so quickly embraced by the pros. Shade-In Precision Eyewear is that product. Go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and find out why Shade-In sunglasses are trusted by tour players and their caddies. Shade-In is so confident in their product, they're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use the code SPRING to receive 20% off your order. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and the code SPRING to experience golf's finest eyewear.
Next Level pet people give their dogs next level protection from parasites with NexGard Plus, afoxolaner, moxidectin, and pyrantel chewable tablets. The one-and-done monthly treatment protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. NexGard Plus comes in a tasty beef-flavored chew, so you don't have to use next level tricks to get your dog to take it. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventative. Talk to your vet about NexGard Plus for next level protection for your dog.
Canva presents a work love story like no other. Meet Productivity. She's all business.
The Canva doc is done.
Creativity is more of a free thinker.
Whiteboard brainstorm.
They're worlds apart, but sometimes opposites attract. Thanks to Canva.
The data is in the deck.
And now it's an animated graph.
Canva, where productivity meets creativity. Now showing on computer screens everywhere. Love your work at canva.com.
You're listening to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Red Sox win it 4-3 in 10 innings. A big one for the home team as Cedon Rafaela joins us in the clubhouse. Hit a big home run last night. Another really excellent game at the plate today.